Kill me. Kill me. Fucking kill me. What time is that? 8:30. Normal stream time. Normal stream time is when we're going to do that. Normal stream time, we're doing a watch party for Star Wars. Why? The Davin's fucking sweet. Fucking, oh yeah. Taking the heck out of you now playing with it. Why, thank you. I'd like to test it out pretty soon. You'd love to see it. Love to see it. In Discord, yes. In Discord. See you later, Space. Love episode 4. It's one of the best. It's not the best. That's Empire. We'll do it again for Empire. We'll do it again for Empire and Return of the Jedi. I don't know that we'll do the other Star Wars movies, but we're at least doing it for the original 3. Assuming this one goes well. If this one goes horrible, I might just do it for Empire, not bother for Jedi. But I gotta do Empire. I gotta do Empire. So, episode 7 is my favorite. Literally the second worst movie. Don't at me. Literally the second worst movie in the series. I love being super matter-of-fact with opinions. Getting people riled up. Fourth worst? Oh, I forgot about Solo. I might say third worst. Episode 7 might be better than Solo. What's the first worst? It's Rise of Skywalker. By far. Rise of Skywalker was fucking... God, it was so bad. God, it was so bad, dude. So bad. I liked Solo. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I like them all. I will watch just about any of them besides Rise of Skywalker. Pretty much. 9 was the worst movie I've ever seen. How can you like 7 but hate 9? Last Jedi? Of the Disney movies, for me, of the Disney Star Wars, it's Rogue One, huge gap, Last Jedi, Force Awakens, Solo, Rise of Skywalker. Phantom Menace is miles better than Episode 7. Miles better than Episode 7. Those are not mutually exclusive? But they're just... I mean, it's the same. 7 was passable. 7 got me excited for Star Wars again, at least. This is yet another stream where I talk about Star Wars. This is why I need to make Star Wars content on YouTube. The writer of Rogue One does a really cool podcast called Animal Talking. Huh. It's very interesting to say 9 is garbage, 7's your favorite, because they were pretty much the same vibe for me, like as far as just rehashing old stuff, adding nothing original or interesting, and making Rey a Mary Sue, and giving Kylo Ren the shaft. That's literally both those movies. I just summed up both those movies. I like Last Jedi because it makes Kylo Ren interesting. It actually made me, in some aspects I actually like Rise of Skywalker more than Force Awakens. Force Awakens, here's the thing. The worst is in Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker has the worst of the series, like has the worst moments. That all being said, there are still cool moments in Rise of Skywalker that I really respect. I can't say the same for 7. 7 is nothing interesting. The most interesting thing about 7 for me it's just they killed Han Solo. That's it. Like, that's the only thing that interesting that happens in 7. Only thing interesting that they do in 7. From a black person perspective, I could go into how great 7 and 8 were, but 9 literally pooped on Finn. I'm big mad about it. I think even 7 was bad to Finn. I think even 7 and 8 were bad to Finn. 8 especially was terrible to Finn, I felt. So I don't know, man. I'm sure it's different from a black person perspective, but that's definitely not how I would have written a black protagonist for the series, for sure. The same thing with women. I don't think Rey did. It's hard to say that because lots of women who love Star Wars fucking love Rey. So it's hard for me to say that, but I think they could have done much better stuff for women. They had so many opportunities that they just kind of floundered with Rey, with Finn, even with Poe. Shit, like even with Poe. Seven was 4 and 5. 7 wasn't even 5. 7 didn't even have. I mean, it was really just a rip of A New Hope. Hard to agree with that. I like the first scene. That okay, yeah, okay. There is some cool. There is some cool in 7. First of all, I have to respect 7. I have to respect 7 because there was nothing like getting into the theater on Christmas Day. It was Christmas Day 2015. I think, right? 2015 was it? Yeah, it was 2015. It's Christmas Day 2015. I come into the theater. I see, Star Wars come up on screen in the opening crawl. And then it cuts to stormtroopers in that carrier, and the lights are flashing. And I had this moment where I realized I was watching a live-action Star Wars movie in theaters for the first time, which is something after seeing Episode 3 as a kid, I never thought that would happen again. I thought that was going to never happen again. So I was like, I had like a spiritual experience, You're only at 60 FPS? What do you mean only? Yes, I am. I am at 60. It feels like higher on mobile. Well, first of all, your mobile, your phone screen probably doesn't have a higher than 60 FPS refresh rate. So I don't think it could even be higher than 60. YouTube, I also don't think displays higher than 60, generally speaking. That'd be cool. Love to see that pretty soon, but it's probably that your phone has because your phone is sharper because the screen is smaller, pixel density is high. The sharper image mixed with the smooth motion could give the impression that the motion is even smoother. My team stream's pretty cool. I really like the high bitrate. That's probably it too, is the bitrate's higher. I'm streaming at 10K bitrate right now. It's fucking sweet. But the chat was bigger though. Yes. You can pop out the chat and drag it. You can pop out the chat and drag it as big as you want, technically. Yeah, the thing, I lost all hope for 9. I lost all hope for 9 when Kylo Ren put his mask back together about a quarter of the way into the movie. He takes his mask and puts it back together, and I was like, this is literally just J.J. Abrams having a jerk session just over Rian Johnson's corpse. Like, he's just like, fuck you, Ryan, and all the decisions you made. I'm gonna undo literally all of them. Watching episode 9 is gonna be like watching Joe Biden walk in and undo all of the executive orders that Trump has done. It's literally walking in, just being like, all right, undo the Muslim ban, cease construction of the wall. Like, refresh stream due to the buffering circle on my stream. If the stream starts to buffer, lower the resolution. Lower the resolution. I did the last stream at 1440p, I believe. I think I did 1440p. I did last stream at 1440p. I think I might like 1080 60 better though. I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet for streams. I don't game, so I feel like the better resolution would be more preferred, but 60 FPS, it's fucking cool. And plus I'd have to set the cameras up to 4K 30. Are you liking YT Live? I like certain aspects of it. Playing for this stream, this Q&A is what it is. Actually, let me pin a comment. In this message. There we go. There you go. I can do stuff like that. That's cool. Stuff like that is pretty cool. But the idea is AMA. The idea is AMA. I wonder if I can go in with YouTube's editor, with YouTube's built-in editor, and edit out the first 15 minutes of the stream where I was having technical issues for the VOD, for the listed. I could just edit out the first 15 minutes. I wonder if you can do that with live streams. Knights of Ren, God. You know, they were unutilized in the trilogy as a whole, and then even the movie they were in, they just walked around and then got their ass kicked by fucking Ben Solo, whatever you want to call him. You plan on doing the thing tonight for the third time, RFI. It's at 8:30. It's at 8:30 my time, which I think is 9:30 your time. You're Eastern, right? At 8:30. They didn't know what to do with them. Who's they? It's Kathleen. Well, okay, Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams didn't know what to do with them. They were like, but we put them in this. Well, we put them in the episode 7, fucking picture encyclopedia. So we got to put them in the trilogy somewhere. Mando is amazing. It's literally the best Star Wars since Return of the Jedi. Mandalorian is the best Star Wars to come out of anything since Return of the Jedi. Best live action Star Wars since Return of the Jedi. I might even, yeah, it's about 2 hours, RFI, about 2 hours. I'm gonna speak about it here and there. I'm gonna talk about it, so we'll probably go to maybe 2.5 hours, maybe 3. Won't be longer than a normal stream though. Won't be longer than a normal stream. I'd be okay with normal movies? I think I would too. It doesn't need another trilogy. Well, I would be okay with anthology everything. I don't think we need another I don't think we need another trilogy. I don't think we need another Star Wars trilogy. I think anthology Star Wars movies, just movies set in the Star Wars universe. I think movies and TV shows just set in the Star Wars universe for years to come would be fine. Those would just be cool to see. I think people would disagree with that. I think a lot of people, you know, Matt Colville's perspective is that Star Wars should be special. You know, he grew up on the old movies where you got a movie and then you waited 3 years to get a second movie, and then you waited 3 years to get a third movie, and then you waited 15 years to start a new trilogy, you know, and that was Star Wars. That was all Star Wars is to him, you know. And then there were books and less visual media to kind of spark your imagination and fill in the gaps. But then films were the main films returned after like 15 years, and watched one, 3 years later you got another one. That made Star Wars special. That made Star Wars an event. And in his mind, doing 5 Star Wars films over the course of 6 years, I think it was. 5 Star Wars films over 6 years or so. Maybe it was even 5 years, I think. Doing 5 Star Wars films in 5 years, and then a Star Wars TV show, and now 2 animated Star Wars TV shows. You kind of see the McDonaldization Star Wars. And a lot of purists think that's terrible. I think it's all right. Nothing's ever going to replace or harm the original trilogy to me, except for the edits they keep fucking doing. Except for the re-edits they keep fucking doing, but you know. Curious as to what Ryan's plans were. Me too. I don't know that we'll ever really know. Really wish he would have done more with Captain Phasma. Literally every character. It's kind of a trend with Star Wars movies, honestly. Star Wars movies waste. Star Wars movies past the original trilogy waste fantastic characters. Or great, you know, great characters in concept. Episode 1 wasted Darth Maul. Actually, the prequels wasted every villain. Darth Maul was wasted. Count Dooku wasted. Grievous wasted. Jango Fett completely floundered. Completely floundered Jango Fett. But they had to basically just, they were like, none of these villains are alive in the original trilogy, so we have to kill them all. And we kind of have to there has to be a power vacuum where a new villain has to come in, so we just have to kill the old one. We're just gonna have to kill the old one. For what Clone Wars does well. Clone Wars balances multiple villains over multiple story arcs, including bringing Maul back. So we need to watch Mando. I highly recommend, Ben, that you watch Mando. Mando is the shit. Mando is the coolest Star Wars stuff to come out of Star Wars since the originals wasted Boba Fett. Honestly, you're right. That was the one that was kind of, see, but they used Grand Moff Tarkin well. Grand Moff Tarkin was the main villain of New Hope, basically. He was used well. And then I don't want to talk about episode 4 too much because we're gonna be watching it tonight and some people haven't seen it yet. Vader is the only good villain in the movies. Palpatine has done really well in the original trilogy. Palpatine has done fantastic in the original trilogy. You could even argue that Palpatine is done well in the prequels as well, but he's just all right. He's very much the Mary Sue of the prequels. That doesn't get talked about enough because the memes are funny. It is Oberyn from Game of Thrones. And you would never tell. You could never tell. Dooku's fantastic. Dooku is the greatest, like probably the second best Star Wars villain to ever exist. Like, Dooku is so fucking awesome. He's such a cool concept for a character. The reluctant Sith Lord, that's a badass concept. Grievous is the worst. Grievous is amazing in the original Clone Wars. In the 2D animated Clone Wars by the guy who made Samurai Jack, Grievous is a badass. Grievous is one of the coolest characters ever. And then episode 3 fucking absolutely makes a joke out of him. Absolutely makes him a joke. I managed to pull my chapstick out by the chapstick and left the lid in my pocket. I have to think that that's kind of badass. Like, turn my pocket inside out to get the lid. The Dark Horse Vader comics, they better be better than the new Vader comics. The new Vader comics fucking eat ass. Hard agree on the count. First of all, it's Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee is badass in literally everything he's done. I have never seen Christopher Lee not improve whatever he's in. And he just does an amazing job as Count Dooku. Literally what they should have done is just made Count Dooku the main villain of the prequel trilogy. Made him the main villain of the prequel trilogy. He should have killed Qui-Gon. That would have made Qui-Gon's death so much more impactful. It was killed by his old master. and then set him up as a foil for Obi-Wan. Set him up as a foil for Obi-Wan. Basically Qui-Gon's whole thing is that he has disagreements with the Council. And then he's got two people on either side. There's Count Dooku, who disagrees so much with the Council, he goes to the dark side and literally splits off, like makes his own government, like leads the Confederate government. And then Obi-Wan instead goes full loyalist into the Council. That kind of divide is super cool, and that could have stemmed from Qui-Gon's death. But instead, they were like, "Nah, we'll make Maul show up, say 3 words, kill Qui-Gon and die, effectively, and then we'll just add Count Dooku later, and he'll say a couple things, and then we'll kill him at the beginning of the 3rd movie, and he'll literally just be a plot device for Anakin to be bad." Yeah, okay. I never posted in Discord that we were live, by the way. I think I got distracted. Saruman was great. I agree. Working on an ad, so I might be lurking until I hear another hot take. Hot takes. Hot takes. Star Wars hot take that I have. Empire being the best isn't a hot take. Oh, Phantom Menace is better than Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones is dog shit, with the exception of Count Dooku and Jango Fett, who they flounder. And Phantom Menace is actually quite good. Phantom Menace has some stuff holding it back from being a great movie. The base of Phantom Menace is quite good, whereas the base of Episode 2 is terrible. Episode 2 has a lot of. Episode 2 is sprinkles and whipped cream on top of a pile of shit, and Phantom Menace is like sour cream on top of a sundae. Phantom Menace was a 6. Episode 2 is a 4. I think I would agree. Episode 2 has space cocaine. Jango Fett, Count Dooku, space cocaine. All you need. And honestly, looking back, Episode 2 is famous for Hayden Christensen's bad moments, which I think were largely due to the writing. But honestly, looking back, I've watched some moments. I haven't watched the movie in a while. It's been a couple of years since I've seen Episode 2 all the way through. But honestly, I was looking back, and Episode 2 has some good acting moments from Hayden Christensen. There's some good moments in there. When he's crying, like you can literally see tears coming out of his eyes. He says, "They were animals and I slaughtered them like animals." That shit's good. That's good acting. Now, a more harsh critic than me would argue that it's easier to act angry than it is to actually act. Like all the other acting is kind of meh. And that's what matters most, really, is the hard acting. But he kind of knocked the easy acting out of the park. Honestly, I thought that was compelling. I thought that was compelling acting in his emotions. And that's probably why he got the part. That's probably why they got the part. When they were auditioning for Anakin, they probably needed somebody who could be emotional. They just forgot to get somebody who could be, normal as well. But then other people argue that his awkward acting works because Anakin's supposed to be an awkward teenager in that movie. Wrong choice, really, with the direction, but Confession to Padme, that was decent. Yeah, and then his mom dying, and he just absolutely like loses it. That's good. There's moments. Wait for Hayden to redeem himself in the Obi-Wan Disney Plus. How are they gonna put Hayden in that movie or in that show? What are they gonna do with Hayden in that show, you think? You think there'll be flashbacks or something? That doesn't make sense though. That won't make sense to me because Anakin will be, I mean, Hayden Christensen will be, Hayden Christensen basically doesn't age, so flashbacks, you think? I don't know. That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be really fucking awesome to see, honestly, but. Oh, aren't you a smartass, Castle? Ask you anything, huh? What color is my underwear? I don't think I know. You think? You know? What's been confirmed for that show? Anything? Has Spotify stopped? Of course it has. Spotify, fix your shit, dude. I'm on the right playlist, right? Yeah, I am. Okay, we're good. Blue. No. Underwear is not blue. Clone Wars is far better than Rebels. I don't know that that's much of a hot take. The only thing Rebels really has going for it is Vader, because they got James Earl Jones doing a badass Vader in Rebels, and he's in like 4 episodes. Literally, Vader and Maul and Obi-Wan. But relying on established characters for a show based on new characters, not really weak. Really weak. All of the characters introduced on Rebels are fucking dog shit tier. Absolute joke. Is he though? Fanjexter, is he though? He's just kind of there. Kind of there. Plus, does he die in the series? He does? Okay. I couldn't remember. I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen only the good parts. I've basically seen just the Vader parts epically. Nice. All right. Because the whole thing is that, and this is another thing. We're being led to believe, and I'm trying not to, I don't know, I can't say much, but we're being led to believe that Ahsoka survives through to post Return of the Jedi. Problem with that is, the whole point of Return of the Jedi is that Luke Skywalker, you know, Yoda says, "When gone I am, the last of the Jedi will you be." You don't say that shit without meaning it, right? The whole point of Return of the Jedi is Luke is the last motherfucking Jedi. Period. You know? Ahsoka isn't a Jedi. You're right. I guess. She does say, she literally says that herself in Rebels, doesn't she? She says, "I'm no Jedi." I suppose. The duel with Ahsoka and Vader is fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. But it's basically that episode may as well be the last episode of Clone Wars. You know, those are characters from Clone Wars. That ain't Rebels. You know, that doesn't have basically anything to that is a conflict that just same thing with Maul and Obi-Wan, you know? It's basically conflicts that have existed long before the show that just happen to be explored in this particular show. Basically they cut away from the actual show to show this part. when it's these moments aren't really part of Rebels. They have nothing to do with what's actually going on in Rebels, basically. Retcon at its finest. That's the problem with prequels, man. It's the problem with prequels and with buying a franchise and wiping out its existing canon. But, well. The thing is I don't ever let canon mess with. I'm somebody who believes very strongly in the importance of headcanon. So, for example, whenever I go back and watch the original 3 movies, I don't consider them in the context of a greater series. I only consider them in the context with each other. I use them as context for later movies when I'm watching the later movies, but when I'm watching the original trilogy, I pretend like the prequels don't exist, the sequels don't exist. Nothing exists except those movies. And it makes it so much more enjoyable to watch them. It makes it so much more enjoyable to watch them. Because it lets my imagination fill in the gaps, which was the whole point of a lot of that movie, a lot of those movies. Song is Death, the Mushroom song from Eminem. I don't know what song you're talking about. You're a Sonic fan. You know what song this is. Section earlier on. They might have actually sampled Eminem for this remix, to be honest. That'd be something Gamebox would do. I'm not even kidding. No shit. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I never knew that about this one. I'll have to listen to that. That's funny. Shaken curry. That sounds really good right now. Had only lunch so far. Maybe figure out a way to get YouTube chat right here. Just a small overlay just for these talk screens. Actually pretty smart. YouTube chat here. Then I don't have to have another scene collection at all. I just have YouTube chat for this. I can set up a Stream Deck button just for YouTube chat. Ooh, that's a pretty good idea. We've officially been talking about Star Wars for like an hour. Almost an hour. We haven't even watched Star Wars yet, which is what we're going to be doing tonight. By the way, about the Star Wars watch party later, we're going to have a special guest. I'm going to have a guest with me. Like the good old days when I had people on the show with me, on the stream with me. My friend Hunter, who you guys know from the D&D games, is here with me. He's downstairs right now. Say hi, Hunter. He probably has his headphones on. Can't hear me. Promise he's down there. He'll be joining me. He's also a huge Star Wars fan. We've been watching The Mandalorian together. We watched the newest 2 episodes this morning. He may or may not have slept over after the party last night. Party. I had 2 people over. That's what a party is in 2020, you know. 2 people is adventurous. I mean, 2 people over. Three's a crowd, you know. So. Our AMA turns into a watch party pre-show. That's right. Kind of what it is. Basically, it's going to be this stream. I'm going to go shower and eat dinner, and then we're going to come back and watch the movie, basically. We'll go to about 5:30. We'll do a solid 4-hour stream. Then we'll kind of pretend raid somebody on Twitch. Kind of do a pretend raid. We'll do a YouTube raid. We'll YouTube raid somebody. That's how raids used to be done. You used to copy somebody's link and paste it into chat, and then end stream. And that was supposed to be a raid, and they incorporated raids. Those were the glory days. Wild West days of Twitch. I wasn't much of a streamer back then, but I do remember being a viewer. I do remember the viewer experience back then. fried chicken, curry, and rice. Ooh. It's gray. Couldn't change my account. Should be ways to change your account. At least your account name. Probably need to make a brand account. A lot of people use their name from their Google account. They're making a account that you can use to comment. Would you rather me call you Remy, or would you rather go by Gray? What's up? What's up, Shano? My school computer sucks. I can't change my account, but you can add that profile picture. What's up, Andy? How are you? We saw you last YouTube stream, did we not? I remember you from last YouTube stream. Very much prefer to go by Gray. Gray it is. You did, sir. Awesome. What's your plans for the YT stream VODs? So this one, if I can edit them, can you edit? Do you know if you can edit them through YouTube's editor, Fanjector? If I can edit out the first 15 minutes of this one, I'll leave this one unlisted, or I'll leave this one listed. The idea is to keep the watch time. I want to keep them up so I can keep the watch time. YouTube Premium Gang, rise up. What up? What's good? Without Twitch mobile dying when I lock my phone. Gotcha. Sick. Advantages to YouTube streams, man. Advantages to YouTube streams. That cough was Hunter. He's a smoker. He doesn't have COVID. I promise. He's just a smoker. He's just dying slowly. Yeah, I would like to keep them edited. Or I would like to edit them and keep them up for watch time. That they count towards watch time. Because I mean, we've got. I need 4,000 hours of watch. I need 1,000 subscribers first, which that'll just come. That'll come with time. But I need 4,000 hours of watch time to reach monetization alongside the 1,000 subscribers. This past year of streaming, we had on Twitch, we had 9,000, 10,000 hours of watch time. So with YouTube streams, that we could hit that. We could hit 1,000 or 4,000 rather. Even by only doing a third of the streams, we get like 3,000. An unlist and re-uploaded an edited version, double the watch time. Well, the problem is that watch time only counts if it's listed. If I go and unlist it, it won't count the watch time anymore. Locally recording in OBS and editing. I don't know that I want to edit that heavily. I don't think I want to edit that heavily, for sure. Are you sure? Yes. Yes, I am sure. Actually, are you asking, am I sure about the watch time? Wildfire and Sam and I tested it the other day. We were trying to figure it out because we're looking at now Scott and I are both looking at who's gonna get monetized on YouTube first instead of who's gonna get partnered on Twitch first. So we both tested it. I was like, because he wasn't seeing his stream pop up in his total watch time, or rather it was coming up in his total watch time, but it wasn't coming up in his monetization watch time, which is a separate analytic you can look at. And I went and looked at it, and I noticed I had a deficit there as well. And so I was like, oh, so it's not counting my first live stream either. But then I looked at the watch time for my first live stream, and I noticed it was way more than the watch time that was not being shown as unlisted. I was like, that doesn't seem right. So I realized it's all my videos that have views that I ended up unlisting. all the videos that I've unlisted. You still got the watch time before you unlisted? I don't think so, because those videos are where the deficit's coming from on my channel. So I realized it's like, oh, if you unlisted, it doesn't count anymore. That's why. It's got to be listed watch time. Has to be listed watch time. I might make a video on it. I might talk about, like, maybe I'll make it more towards when I'm looking to get monetized on YouTube. But I could make a video about it. I could probably go in, check the hours watched, have a video, show what the hours watched is on the video, unlist the video, and go back to that analytic and show where the deficit is, just to verify it. And then relist the video so that I get those hours back. But I gotta like mount this camera so I don't shake it so much when I shake my leg. But I got this microphone mounted and it still does that action, so I'd have to like wall mount everything. Even then. But ain't no way I'm wall mounting shit in this room. This room's way too small. That wall's a closet. The entire fucking wall is a closet. I can't mount anything to it. I can't even put a poster on it. So it's like solid wood. It's not happening. And this wall is practically all window. So there's a tiny little section right where my camera is, right where the main camera is, where it's wall. And that'd be, it's not like I'm gonna mount 2 monitors, a microphone, and 2 cameras from that one little section wall. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. You're right, Andy. I won't have to rely only on the streams. The streams will just give me a solid boost. Streams will just give a solid boost. Because I don't go for a whole lot of, like, there's a lot more videos I can make to get views. You know? Like, honestly, if I just did tech videos, I'd get a lot more views. But I don't feel like you build brand loyalty as fast when you just get views, you know? I have a really, really high subscriber to viewer ratio. Which is considered, you know, something you want to balance, you know? Because a lot of people when it's like 94% unsubscribed, they put a message at the video like, hey, the vast majority of you aren't subscribed. Please consider subscribing. But then if you've got 74%, you know, with me, I have 74% of my views come from subscribers. So people who have already subscribed. That's seen as a bad thing as well, because that means I'm not reaching out. I'm not growing my reach. So a lot more people like to strike a balance. Like there's balance you got to strike somewhere, and it's an invisible line, really. I guess the goal is to always have a deficit, have most of your views come from not subscribers, and then get those people to subscribe. And then the next video will also go out to unsubscribe people. That's probably the meta. But I enjoy having a really kind of loyal base of viewers and kind of growing. I enjoy growing organically to the point where pretty much a lot of my subscribers are really, 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 really into the content. Like my engagement is incredibly high compared to my subscribers and my viewers. You look at the number of comments, the number of likes on my videos, they're incredibly high, I think. I actually have not looked super into the analytics, but I believe from what I've seen, they're incredibly high compared to my subscriber and viewer ratio, subscribers and viewers on each video. Which tells me that I'm making great videos, and I want that base to be super, super fired up. That way I can get a lot of people individual attention instead of just, you know, just getting a lot of views. I'm gonna get a drawing tablet soon. That's badass. Got probably the neatest room just because of its shape. I've probably got the neatest room just because of its inhabitant. This room's shaped oddly. This is a guardrail overlooking my living room. And then there's like a hallway slightly off camera where is the stairwell. Dad joke. You would know. You would know. I want to read this about watch time. Read what? I sent you a video that you should listen to after stream. Gotcha. I will. Oh, somebody actually made it. Or you made it. One of the two. You make that? This is bad, Lex. You make that? Did you not see the link? No. Chat probably deletes links. YouTube chat probably doesn't delete links. You might have to send it to me, Panjecture. I made it quick. Nice. Nice. For shit. I feel a little bit better that now that I've eaten, had some caffeine, and had some water. Guys, when I woke up this morning, fuck. I don't know that I've really ever been so hungover. I probably have a few times in my life, especially in college. I probably got that hungover in college a couple times, but probably not since I graduated college have I been this hungover. Just absolutely like losing my balance, queasy, kind of like just off balance, a little bit dizzy, weirdly awake, just like hazy but like really sharp. I don't know how to describe it. I guess maybe oversensitive, overperceptive, hypersensitive. They call it hypersensitivity, while also being hazy. Bad. It was really bad. Gatorade, McDonald's, bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle. I thought about getting McGriddle this morning, actually. I thought about getting it. I thought about it, because that's my shit. That is my shit. Especially for hangovers. But I like caffeine. Because normally, if I've been drinking, that means I didn't have any like yesterday, I didn't have any caffeine. Because I woke up, I basically woke up, Hunter came over, and we went to a Mexican restaurant, and I had 2 margaritas. It was hilarious. I was like, man, this margarita is fantastic. It's one of the best margaritas I'd ever had, and it was huge. I'm sitting there, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through, and Hunter orders another beer, and the waiter says, we live in Oklahoma, and we was at a Mexican restaurant. The waiter spoke decent English, but he said, Hunter said, I'll take another, and the waiter said, do you want another? And I said, how much are they? He goes, great. And walks off. And just walks off. I guess he thought I said yes. But no, he came back and he said, I'm sorry. I think I might have misheard you. I asked how much they were. He goes, I think they're $7. And I was like, yeah, I'll take another. And then as soon as he walked away, I was like, I've made a terrible mistake. So he brings out the second one. I feel really good right now. I feel really good. Children, don't ever have the second margarita. Don't ever order the second margarita. The second margarita is a trap. The Hunter dragged my ass back to his car. Threw me in after he sobered up a little bit. Start my FAFSA. Good luck. What's up, Geeky? Welcome to the YouTube stream. We know the G-Law story about the second margarita. Do not allow 2 margarita Grammy. Allow 2 margarita Granny to rear her ugly head, man. Don't let it happen. 2 margarita Granny is a demon. Think some cheese. Well, there is like margarita pizza. A hilarious story about margarita pizza too. I was on a cruise ship. I'm showing my white privilege a little bit here. Listen, fan check short. 2 margaritas is how we started the night. We started with liquor, okay? We then went home, and then my cousin Jade came over, and we got a 12-pack of. We got 2 6-pack of beer, and I'm pretty sure I drank a 6-pack. I am pretty sure I drank a 6-pack. I actually lost count. That's the first time I think I've really lost count of how many drinks I've had in a long time. And after maybe the 3rd one, I was like, I've lost count. I'm just gonna keep going. As long as I feel good and I'm not sick to my stomach, and I still have memory of what I did 5 minutes ago, I'm just gonna keep drinking. And so I just kept drinking. And I just kept drinking. And I just kept drinking. I had 1 bottle of water. That was my mistake, because I didn't have any water. I had a little bit of water at the restaurant, but like right before we left. And I had 1 bottle of water like halfway through the night. But I drank the entire fucking night. Normally I quit drinking like halfway through the night. I just vibe on the buzz for the rest of the night. I just kept drinking. Jaden Hunter went to sleep. I came upstairs, went to bed. I was on my phone scrolling through Discord, still drinking in bed. Like, it was terrible. Never count until you take out the trash next day. We're out of beer. We drank the 12. Between the 3 of us, we drank 12 beers. I don't think the 2 of them had more than 3 apiece. They might have had 4 apiece, maybe. Even still, so 4 apiece would be 4 for all of us. So 2 margaritas and 4 beers is more than I've drank in a long, long time. A long time. Now that was from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. But I've never drank for, what is that? 9 straight hours? I haven't drank for 9 straight hours maybe ever. None of this is good, by the way. None of this is glorifying this, by the way. It was all terrible. All terrible decisions. All terrible decisions. Second margarita, terrible decision. Losing count of how many beers and then keeping going, terrible decision. But I didn't puke. I didn't even get sick. I wasn't even bothered. Also isn't a good thing. That implies liver damage. Plain cheese in fancy restaurants. That's the one. I was on a cruise ship once on vacation with my mom and my aunts. My mom and her aunt, actually, technically. How do you have a really old setup but not AI YouTube channel? What? So we were on this cruise ship, and they have like a 24-hour diner on the cruise that you can just go and like order. Like, they put out stuff. They basically like a bakery / deli. They like put out like pizza and baked goods and stuff like that. Just pretty much 24 hours. I say 24/7. It's only a 3-day cruise. But you can come there at any time of the day. Whereas they serve meals at specific times. Otherwise, you can just roll up there and just purchase extra food. And so my mom is like, hey, go get a slice of margarita pizza for me. I was like, cool. I was like, I don't know what margarita pizza is. I don't know the fuck that is. So I roll up. I'm like, can I have a slice of margarita, please? And the pizza people were like, yeah, sure, here. And then one marked margarita. I was like, oh, awesome. And he puts it on a plate and he hands it to me. I'm like, this is cheese. This is cheese pizza. But but okay. So I bring the pizza over to her, and she's like, "This is a margarita." I was like, "Yeah, it is." She goes, "This is a margarita. This is cheese." I was like, "What do you think margarita is?" Like, wait, I'm starting to get confused. I was like, "I don't even know what margarita's supposed to be." They handed me this. I asked for margarita. This is what they handed me. So she goes up there. She's like, "Oh, yep, that's margarita." Like, what do you think margarita pizza is? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know. How do you have a really good setup, but not have like over 1,000 subscribers? Because I'm fresh, man. I'm fresh. I got lots of money to spend on YouTube setup, but not a whole lot of time to make YouTube videos. So I'm still young. I'm still young in the game, man. Kind of pizza has an H in the word. That's right. It's like margarita. You recommend any good LED lights? Yes. Watch Harris Heller's newest video. Watch Alpha Gaming's newest video. Search up Alpha Gaming on YouTube. Watch his newest video. He recommends some really, really dope LED lights. He just put it out this morning. Just put out that video this morning. Those LEDs look super fucking cool. I did? Awesome. Then I would recommend those. Good setup does not equal instant success. Unfortunately. If it did, I'd be a millionaire. No, and there's many things you need to invest in to be a successful YouTuber. Setup is part of it. There's a monetary investment for sure. Setup is part of it. You need a decent computer. You need decent internet. You need a decent place to live so you can get good internet. You need to not live in really a very low infrastructure rural environment. But mainly you need the time investment. Time investment it's really being a successful YouTuber is truly only a matter of time. You have a certain amount of control over how much time it takes. On the macro, not really on the micro. You pretty much need on the micro to make a metric fuck ton of videos. It's just how much speed can you have in the micro of making videos so that you can reduce the macro time that it takes. Basically, you could see it as it takes a astronomical number of hours to become a successful YouTuber. It's just you have complete flexibility over when you invest those hours. It could be an hour a day, it could be 5 hours a day. Being a sex offender is old. I'm not even gonna say that out loud. You fuckers will clip it. Hey, we're not on Twitch. But you could absolutely still clip stuff because you could. Yeah, Castle. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. How long have you been doing this for? I started seriously streaming in May of 2019. I started making YouTube videos seriously about a year ago. I've been making YouTube videos seriously for about a year. Now, serious is a strong word because in the I was making about a video a month, maybe, for like the first 6 or 7 months. It's only in the last 6 or 7 months that I would really consider it like taking YouTube seriously. Even then, I still struggle to get a video out every week. I wouldn't even say I've ever even really achieved like consistent weekly videos. Been doing YouTube for 9 months serious and have 334. That's pretty good. Solid. A solid number of subscribers for 9 months. I dare say, vast majority of YouTubers don't see 334 subscribers in the first 9 months. Even serious YouTubers. Did we get the music pausing again? Guys, let me know when the music cuts out. I don't have my headphones on. I like half notice it. I don't know what Castle just said. I don't know what Castle just said. He makes jokes like that, or he says stuff like that, expecting me to know what he's talking about, because I have a degree in the field that he's talking about. Doesn't mean I know a damn word. I suspect I'll be breaking, if I can get my ass together, start making actual videos again. Past 2 weeks have been off time for me. Can you play the instrument behind you? It's a saxophone, and yes, I can. Got a new sub. Well, thank you, Mitchell. I appreciate you. Did you see me recommended? See me in your recommended feed for live streams? I'm curious as to who gets recommended stuff like this. Ooh, let's post in the content clinic. I know we're like 2 hours in the stream already, but it's not too late. Yes, you love to see it. Being actually recommended on YouTube is fucking fresh as hell. Fresh as hell. YouTube recommended to you. You love to see it. Shit is legit. That shit's legit. Well, I appreciate you clicking onto the stream, even though it's just an AMA. You know, I figure people without personal ties to me already, or who don't already know who I am, may not be interested in something like an AMA, but. You Kappa. Hey lovely people, I'm on my second of now weekly YouTube streams. This one is in Ask Me Anything. So feel free, come in and ask any questions you like about, and I'll tag video, production, stream advice, and help, or editing, motion graphics. Perfect. Perfect. Is it your first time here? I don't think it's your first time here. Or did you not catch the first YouTube? Oh, you might not have caught the first YouTube stream. It might have been on a Saturday. Wait, this might actually be your first time here. YouTube streams kind of slap for different reasons that Twitch streams slap. Be on any other social medias like Discord. Do I be? I do be. I do be. Need it's the Noko meme. Who the fuck do you think I am? Who the fuck do you think I am? Of course it's the Noko meme. Just, you usually say it when it's your first time here. Hence, first time here. Yes, I'm on all the fucking social medias. I'm Neat on the Rocks practically everywhere, except Twitter? No, except for Twitter and TikTok, maybe? For Twitter and TikTok, I think? Are you buffering? Did the live stream end? Fuck me. Oh wait, no. It just that weird shit. Are we good? Are we good? I think we're good. All right, Castle, don't post that if we're not buffering. I mean, it probably is buffering on your end, but sure that everybody has a different readout. But oh, it's good. Okay, we're good. Just making sure. Just making sure. Yeah, I'm Neat on the Rocks with an X on Twitter and on TikTok. Everywhere else, it's the same name. Everywhere else, it's the same name. Instagram, Twitch, LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn now. I'm gonna start posting stuff to LinkedIn, see how that works. Syndicating to LinkedIn, if you will. Are you cool? I'd like to think so. Really not the judge of that. Space around doing Discord tutorials. That is a niche I've not seen done. Smart stuff. Do you find it difficult to come up with new material? Discord tutorials? Oh. I need a zoomed in, like a zoomed in scene. I'll have, whoa, that one. So I got this one. I got the tame scene. We like to partay. Sometimes at the moment, you should consider expanding. You're good at teaching people how to Discord. Yo guys, I signed up for something I think is pretty cool. I wonder how hard it would be to set this up. Basically what happens is you sign up for a texting list. Basically you text a number that is given to you, and then you go through some registration stuff. And then a secure site takes your phone number and gives that to a service, to a creator, for you to basically text back and forth with a creator. So Gary V just texted me and said, "Hope you have. I think this week's gonna be amazing for you. I know it was a mass text. There's still something fucking cool about that. I think I want to get in on that game. Figure out how that works. Figure out how that shit works. And probably confirm whether or not it's secure. I prefer it to be secure. Start streaming on YouTube. Sweet, man. Same. My second ever YouTube stream. Second of many. Second of many, it's looking like. Ooh. I'm thinking with the potential sustainability of YouTube streams, and with how much they're gonna help out my watch time. Hoping they're gonna help out my watch time. And whatnot, and with the way Twitch is going, even Twitch fixes all their shit. I think I'm still going to be doing weekly YouTube streams for foreseeable future. A stream on YouTube compared to Twitch. Well, there's different. The user experience is the most different. My experience is mostly the same. It's like literally I just have a YouTube chat instead of a Twitch chat in front of me. That's so it's mostly the same for me. On my end. especially now that I have everything set up on the back end. Getting things set up to start a YouTube stream are initially pretty complicated. I had a lot of trouble last time. But now that I have everything set up, it was relatively easy to set everything up today, even transferring over from a Twitch stream. I basically just had to pull up YouTube chat, pull up the YouTube live stream page. You do have to make a thumbnail for every YouTube stream, which is a little bit more work. Especially because I'm not a big fan of making thumbnails, to be honest. It's one of my least favorite parts of the creation process. Despite really enjoying kind of graphic design work, I really don't like making thumbnails, guys. It's like designing billboards. It's just, it's gross, you know? And so, trying to make a video about transferring over to YouTube. So so the next video is gonna be all about Twitch's issues. I was gonna just take the VOD from last night, or from Thursday night. I was gonna take the VOD from Thursday night and turn it into a video by itself. Just an edited VOD. But there's stuff is changing day to day. Stuff is changing day to day. I want to give it time and care and curation. I want to give the video time and care and curation, and say what I need to say. I almost need to let the dust settle just a tad, and then speak about some stuff. So, thinking about changing internet provider soon, guys. There's a service. There's a new fiber service. You get inspiration from Harrison Haller. I do indeed receive inspiration from Harrison Haller. That man is my guy. Harris is my guy. Harris is my guy. Talked to him on a few occasions. Met him internet-wise-ish. He now knows me as Noah. Now knows me. We're now on a first-name basis, you might say. Pretty dope. I'd say that's pretty dope. I'm also his editor Sam. His partner Sam is a very good friend of mine now. I'm thinking I'm gonna make that video probably tomorrow-ish. I keep saying that, but I've been saying I'm gonna make that video tomorrow for like past fucking like weird like a week. So it'll come out when it comes out. Being partner like that makes it sound like they're in a relationship, as opposed to Kenzie is a third wheel, dude. A third wheel, dude. You gotta understand. I'll be in the next stream. All right, Mitchell. Catch you later. Business relationship, yeah. Yeah. What did you think? Listen. Kenzie wishes Harris would swat her with a broom half as hard as he swats at Sam. Let me tell you. See Nutty's new video? Which one? Was it the one that came out today or yesterday? Because if so, I did not. I haven't yet. I did see. I've seen the second to most recent one. If that's the case, let's see. And super advanced OBS animations. I haven't seen that one yet. I've seen the hidden tips and tricks on the Stream Deck one. That was pretty good. Super advanced OBS animations. Gotta check it out. Can't wait for the first slow-mo vid of Harris and Sam having a pillow fight when he moves to the States. It's amazing. That's amazing. Guys, you want to see a clown? You guys want to see a YouTube clown? Hold on. You guys want to see a YouTube clown, guys? A man said, I'm sorry, bro, but no. See, you are white. I've called you out once before, and I'm sorry, but it looks like I'm going to have to do it again. What does that mean? What does that mean? See, you're white. Context, Redbone video. The Redbone video. That's the best context that there is. See, I'm confused. It'd be one thing if he were like, oh, you're appropriating black music, white man. That'd be one thing. But instead, he's like, I've called you out once before, and I'm sorry, but it looks like I'm gonna have to do it again. What does that mean? I've never had a comment from this guy before. I've never seen this man before. Never once has Sean Lewis 85 informed me that my skin is white. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. Must have missed the first time. The first time you informed me of my skin color. Now I know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. And then smiley, thumbs up. There we go. I'll even upvote his comment. Good shit. This is why I laugh when when Sam said YouTube has less trolls. Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. YouTube is a wider audience, which means there's a wider audience of trolls. There's a variety of trolls. There's many more diverse species of trolls. Don't worry, I took care of it? What do you mean? What did you take care of? Did you comment on it as well? Oh, yeah, I got the notification for Nettie's video. I commented on that comment. Uh-oh. 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 Injector, did you engage the troll? Did you dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? It won't load for me. Whoops, accidentally clicked on Sean Lewis's 45 subscriber YouTube channel. Can I go to the comments? Fuck. I just have to like go to the video. It is cool to see the little live mark next to the video. That's kind of dope. All right, where is it? Where's that shit? Here's Redbone. Scroll to the bottom. Right, this guy is the worst Keck W. Conjecture, you're dead to me. Really? 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 That's what you went with? That's what you went with? We had a whole hour. We had a whole hour to have to respond. That's what you came up with? My first video to break 1,000 views, everybody. First video to deleted. Why'd you delete it? How you gonna delete it? You gotta stand by that shit. You literally showed us 4 minutes. Listen, but the comment's been there an hour. Comment's been there an hour. You had an hour. You procrastinated. You procrastinated. Controls are so low, the only thing they can think of is your skin color is white. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And he didn't even craft anything like to like actually get under my skin. Cause like, if he had been like, oh, this is cultural appropriation and whatnot, then I would have gotten peeved. Because then I would have taken him seriously. Cause that shit, I don't fuck with that shit. I don't fuck with shit like that. I would have had to take him seriously. They just like fucked around, like. He had a surefire way to piss me off, and he didn't take it. Weird, weird. He's not even good at being a troll, man. It sucks. But that's why I killed him with kindness. I gotta kill him with kindness. Don't feed the trolls. Listen, trolls deserve food. It's not people food. Nah, I don't like dehumanization. But with trolls, sometimes it's necessary. I fixed it? Uh-oh. Now I'm worried. You know, The Rocks is so white, he gets a sunburn from sitting in front of the monitor when streaming. At least I don't get a sunburn on my scalp. Fuck with me. Fuck with me, Fanjecture. Wish I could have clipped that. It's only in context. It's only in context to people who know that Fanjecture's bald as shit. I shouldn't speak. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Especially here. Especially right here. And right here as well, this hairline is getting thin where my hair meets, where the side meets the top. It's just getting super, super thin right here. I don't know why. It is not. It's not. It's not from our genes. It's not. It's from my, it's from my mom's dad. Actually, in theory. So for motherfuckers calling me white, I'll have you know. I'll have you know I am 1/8 Honduras. Honduran? I'm 1/8 Honduran. Do not. Well, listen, actually, my mom's dad is half Honduran because his mom, I'm 1/32 black. Not what I'm about. Not about the color. Listen, my mom's dad is half Honduran. His mom is from Honduras. And therefore her parents therefore are never left Honduras. So my great grandparents on that side are Honduran. My great grandmother is full Honduran. So in theory, the theory is that you get your hair, or that a man gets his hair. I wouldn't say theory, hypothesis. There's probably studies on this, but from my understanding, the phenotype of your hair typically comes genetically from, for a man at least. Oftentimes you'll see the phenotype is very similar to your mother's father. Therefore, my mother's father got his hair from Honduras, from a full Honduras family. My hair is likely from my Honduras genes, despite being only 1/8. This phenotype likely comes from Honduras. There's nothing to be said about that, except that it's interesting. You guys shaming me for my ancestry? I also commented. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gotta go all the way fucking comments for this shit. All right, guys, let's probably not dive into this dude's like comment history. Like, it's not like dive into this dude's profile to look for ways of convincing him he's a shitty person. Let's probably let him fester, rather than giving him negative attention. Probably let that fester, rather. Just know, if you make it big, they will have no control. You will have no control of the comment section. That's fine. I'm not a... Growing up, I was a control freak, and in college, I had tendencies of being a control freak. I think I'm losing those slowly. I'm getting rid of those, and letting go of that kind of stuff. I don't look for, controlling the YouTube content comment section and shit like that, Shit doesn't bother me. People talk about the mental health drain of YouTube comment section as you grow bigger. I'm like, fuck that noise. Only thing that gets me heated is talking politics. Really, only thing that can really drain me is diving too deep into political Twitter. Political Twitter can frustrate the motherfuck out of me, but that has steeled me to everything else. Everything else is so tame compared to that. Trolls don't bother me. The only thing that really bothers me is when people target my friends or family or shit like that, or does something like to the point of harassment. You know, like, you know, like doxing or anything like that. Like that'll get to me. That would get to me. Stalking, doxing, harassment of any kind. That'll get to me. General trolls, just being like, white boy made the black music. Doesn't bother me. That shit don't bother me. I have so much compassion for pitiful people like that, you know? Docking, yeah, I'm not a fan of docking with the YouTube comment section. Personally, not a fan. 0 out of 10. But he did warn me before, apparently. I don't know where. I don't know where he would have warned me before. It's the only song with Time still on. Time is still on the main channel, and not the music channel. But it's also the only song by a black artist I've done. Unless he somehow knows of me through my old YouTube channel where I did a Lionel Richie song on saxophone. That's pretty much the only cover from a black artist that I've currently done. I've so far done. In search of comment history, I can guarantee you. I've gone through my entire comment history. I guarantee you, I have no clue who that is. Never seen his comments before. I also don't know any Sean Lewis's in real life. You know. Did you really? Yes, I did. I've done Lionel Richie. I've done the Beatles. I had an old YouTube channel called Saxy Tunes. It was gonna be my new YouTube channel back in the day, back like start of college. I had a YouTube channel called Saxy Tunes. It was gonna be all saxophone music, and I did an album of covers over the course of my first semester at college. And I did Hello by Lionel Richie. I did Yesterday by the Beatles. I did Santana. Did a lot of songs I would like to redo, like as full covers, but that just haven't been high on my list because I've done them already, you know. Careless Whisper, of course. I did Careless Whisper. Careless Whisper is cool. I did alto and soprano. The only song I've ever recorded on that soprano, which means it's pretty much the only time I've ever used that soprano. Kind of wasted, to be honest. But whatever. Cool to say I have. Whatever. Cool to say that I have it. I got it pretty cheap. I used it for one cover. And I used it for one song in jazz. And I used it for a couple semesters of jazz combo. It was fun to get out and use it. Horribly out of tune. But otherwise it was nice. But YouTube comment section, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be real hard for the YouTube comment section to get to me. Very much subscriber of the Gary Vee mentality of like, bullies are just projecting. Being able to stay conscious of that. Political Twitter bothers me because I know it's what people actually believe. People will say the just dumb, awful shit, and I'm like, wow, that is actually what you believe. That bothers me. Trolls are just projecting. Projecting or looking for attention, you know, because they're attention deprived in their real lives. They're projecting because they got shit going on in their real lives, and that's just sad. Just sad, it really is. So. I'd rather just look at the comment and be like, yeah, that's sad. So, engaging trolls with kindness or with playful sarcasm is gonna be my way to go. It's gonna be my way to go. Not gonna be a big deal to me. It'll be a nice problem to have, I'd say. Haters will fuel me. Excited for Star Wars tonight? Been talking about Star Wars nonstop on Twitch for 2 years. We're finally gonna watch it together. Finally gonna explain why it's a good movie. I never have to talk about it again. Just kidding. I'll probably talk about it next stream. Stream after that. Probably the stream after that. That's awesome, Shane. You'd love to see it. Love to see it. She talked to me a little bit about it. Talked to me a little bit about it. Sounds good. Like a good deal. Good deal. It'd be the first time. The three of us would live within 40 miles of each other. Period. It'd be the first time we've all lived within 40 miles of each other. I think Jade and her family might have moved to the city before you were born. So how long they've lived there. Oh, you'd love to see it. Oh, gracious. I'd like to start doing more community stuff, community watch parties, and movie watch parties, things like that. And movie watch parties, stuff with patrons. Stuff's my lifeblood. Community stuff is my lifeblood. So, get more games with the community. Not just save that for 24-hour streams. We did it occasionally with Among Us, but we're trying to keep Among Us fresh. Also, there's days and there's streams where even if I schedule it ahead, it just turns out nobody's available, or very few people are available to play. You know, because not everybody plays every game, so. I like playing with people I trust and whatnot, so it's tough. You'll love to hear it, Shayna. You'll love to hear it. Pretty dope. Pretty heckin' dope, man. Pretty fucking dope. Ask me. Is Birdacious still here? Birdacious messaged me on Discord. Birdacious still here? He's in a call. He's probably not here. Probably not listening to me, at least. We're about at the same amount of subs on YT. Really? I've caught up to you? Keep each other accountable and challenge each other to reach 1K. I'm challenging all of you to reach 1K on YouTube. I'll keep special eye on you, because now it sounds like a contest. You know I like competition, but my goal is to get all of you motherfuckers 1,000 subs on YouTube. Love to see it. I think it would speak a lot to, reaching. Here's the deal with me. Here's a great thing to talk about when it comes to my professional goals. I have my own metrics that I'm thinking about. I have my own metrics that I'm thinking about. I'm like, okay, how do I grow my YouTube subscribers? How do I grow my patrons? How do I grow my Twitch channel? How do I become partner? But that's all secondary. I'm to the point where I've planted all the seeds, where I know that all of that is just a matter of time. The issue is I can't make you guys. I can't make you guys make content. I can only strongly suggest that you make content. So basically, what I'm saying is I can lead. I'm leading all you horses to water, right? My goal is to get lots of you to drink. And make your own content explode and do that kind of shit. I think it would speak. I think it would speak loads to my achievements. You know, Harris. You know, in alpha gaming, in the 400,000 people that are, well, let's say, you know, in the tight knit group of the people who are really active in the alpha gaming community, that are like part of the alpha gaming community, only a very, very small handful have actually like reached Twitch partner. A very small handful have actually like reached Twitch partner. It's crazy. Very small number. Like Nutty. Who's calling me? My dad. Wait, new message. Streaming. Okay. Hope it's not an emergency. If he calls again, I'm gonna have to answer it. What was I saying? I think it would speak a lot. You know, very few people are very few people have actually found success through alpha gaming, and it's partly because alpha gaming is so new, relatively speaking, in the grand scheme of the internet. Like, yes, the internet moves fast, but also individuals move very slow. Once a month, someone comes into Harris the chat saying they got partner. Maybe around there. Yeah, I might agree. It's like, I know Cozy. I know of Cozy and Nutty, and that's pretty much it. Like, those are the ones I know of. Everybody else might have said like, hey, your videos kind of helped me. I came in to say hi and say thank you. You know, and then there's people who are part of the community, you know, that are thick and thin. It's Sam, actually. Sam. He is the perfect alpha gaming like fucking like case study. Like he is everything. He's like the ideal member of the he's like the ideal subject, if you will. Because he did everything that the channel recommended. He did everything that Harris recommends, basically. Like, he lived by he lived by what Harris preaches. Not necessarily that there are new ideas that only Harris has come up with, but you get what I mean. Sam lives by the gospel of the Heller, and Sam is successful, you know? And, but, you know, he's part of a select few. I think it would speak great deal. I think it would speak a great deal to what I'm capable of. Not just if I grow and I do and I succeed and stuff, but if you guys succeed, if you guys use what I'm able to give and what I'm able to provide and what my community is able to do and provide to find success in what you do, that would be a true testament to what I do. That would be a true testament to my achievements. So, what's up, KZ? Nice to formally meet you. Like, Harris's Discord and Sam's are too much to jump into. I'm a member, but I don't contribute a lot, more in the stream chats. I'm kind of the same way. Chats are much more manageable. I do contribute in Sam's Discord because I'm a mod. Well, and because I like it. I liked it before I was a mod. Like, that's why I became a mod, obviously. But Sam's is definitely more manageable. Sam's is about the limit Sam's could be a bit bigger, and I wouldn't mind, but once Harris's got to a certain point, I'm not very active in Harris's anymore. I used to be fucking crazy active in the Alpha Gaming one. I used to be in it every day, basically every hour of every day, providing help. Nowadays, there's just a flood. Really, what turned me away from Harris's, turned me away from Alpha Gaming, is that there's some toxicity in Alpha Gaming, in the Alpha Gaming Discord. I don't like to talk about it very much because I don't like to speak ill of the Alpha Gaming Discord because it's amazing, mostly. But I found toxicity. I found some toxicity, and there's not really much to be done about it. Not really much to be done about it. Be a pretty serious overhaul, but I still love it. Still great. I'm still active in there, moderately often. So, and my stream had to drop by. Love to see it, man. Hope your stream was well, brother. Happens to be a sizable following. Well, here's the deal. Here's my opinion. Harris doesn't curate the Alpha Gaming Discord, and I think that's probably among Harris's biggest shortcomings, honestly. I think Harris could be, and the thing is, he doesn't want this. This isn't what Harris wants, and that's why he doesn't do it. Harris could be a motherfucking personality. He could be seriously. He could build. He's already a master. He is already a master of building brand loyalty. Specifically, that's why Streambeats is successful. Streambeats isn't crazy innovative in what it is, right? There was already lo-fi and synthwave and all that. In free resources on YouTube, through Pretzel Rocks, through many different resources, there existed. Streambeats didn't technically fill any holes that weren't already filled. Problem is that, typically speaking, copyright-free music doesn't generate a lot of revenue. Things that don't generate a lot of revenue, number one, either don't get a lot of effort put into them, or number two, don't get advertised very much. They don't have a brand. They don't have any marketing because they don't make any money. So Harris combined his incredible branding, his incredibly strong brand mindset, and marketing with good music, with decent music. Honestly, the first Streambeats drop, music's not even all that great, especially not compared to the new stuff. The more Streambeats comes out, the better it sounds, the better the music that they make. So it actually throws into perspective how kind of the lackluster really some of the early stuff is when you really compare it neck and neck. I don't put any of the old stuff, especially one where a lot of us are sick of it because we heard it for a long time because it's been out for so long. But it's also just not as good as the new stuff. You know, the Robbie stuff. Last 4 albums from Gold onwards has been the same producer for the lo-fi. All of it is miles ahead of anything that was made before it. And then the synthwave, the first synthwave albums were just okay. The newer synthwave is better. The hip hop is pretty great, but I bet the hip hop will do better once more is added to the hip hop. And more and better producers are found for that. The rock album is gonna be fucking blow the lid. But it was Harris's ability to market and Harris's incredible brand strength that attributed to Streambeats' success. It wasn't because the music was revolutionary. Music itself was not revolutionary. Playing it completely straight. The Pretzel Rocks' music library was bigger, more diverse, had its own player integration. You could do song requests through Pretzel Rocks. Pretzel Rocks is just kind of there. Honestly, I do prefer Streambeats to Pretzel Rocks personally, but looking at it on paper, Pretzel Rocks tit for tat there shouldn't have been such a hole in the minds of in the brains of streamers for copyright-free music that Stream Beats was able to fill, but there was, and Harris knew how to fill it. Because the point I was getting at, though, Harris has incredible brand strength. He knows how to build a personal brand better than the vast majority of creators. That's a huge portion of why he's so successful. So, dumbfounds me is that he could build his personal brand, his like relationship type of building. It could be through the roof. He could blow the lid if he interacted more on Discord and Twitter. Honestly, he's actually pretty good about interacting on Twitter. He has the largest education Discord in our corner of the internet. He has one of the biggest education Discords, period. And he does not post in it. He literally does not post in it. Let's go find out how much he posts in it. Alpha Gaming Discord, let's see. From user Harris. Can you search by user anymore? Oh, you can't. Wait, hold on. From user. From Harris? Can you not do this anymore? From Neat on the Rocks? No, you can't do that anymore in the Alpha Gaming Discord. Interesting. He could absolutely if he interacted, if he got in the we say stuff like get in the trenches. He got in the trenches and just was around, was more present for his community, like just being, you know, just being active in his own community. He would be even more. I don't even think I can really speak to or comprehend how much bigger he would be. Problem is, he's very busy, and he prioritizes everything. But that means he prioritizes everything else over that. It means everything in his life he prioritizes over being active in the community. Is that the right choice? I'm not totally convinced. Obviously, he's much more experienced, much more knowledgeable, and he says it is so. He believes he is making the best choice. So, but I'm not convinced. I would love to. This would be one of the things I would talk about if I ever had him on the podcast. Or if I ever had like a sit down talk with him for any reason. One of the things I would bring up is like, why don't you leverage that? Why don't you leverage that a lot more? And it could very much be that I don't know what the pressure, I can't even conceive. I can't even conceive how involved he would have to be. Like either the time sink or whatever, or the pressure of trying to engage with 100,000 people. You know, there's over 100,000 people in Discord now. But he's pretty darn good about it on Twitter. But here's the deal. So what I would do if I were him, I would spend less time on Twitter and more time in Discord, honestly. I would make tweets on Twitter. Make statements on Twitter. But I would talk to people on Discord. He kind of uses Twitter as a platform to talk to people. You know, Sam kind of does the same thing. Sam is more active in Discord, so he's not committing the same sin. He's a lot more active in Discord, actually, both in Alpha Gaming and in his own, especially his own. But Sam uses Twitter to kind of chat with people. They both use Twitter to make stream announcements, like, hey, gonna have to cancel the stream today, gonna reschedule the stream. It baffles me. Harris says Harris has a reason he states for not posting stream news in the Alpha Gaming Discord, and his theory, his hypothesis is that he says he doesn't want the Alpha Gaming community, he doesn't want the Alpha Gaming Discord to be the Harris Heller community necessarily. He wants it to be the Alpha Gaming community. And so he doesn't necessarily want to post like his stream announcements and make it about him, he says. Which is okay. Which is just fine. That's an interesting, that is a legitimate tactic. But Sam's Discord is Sam's Discord. And Sam posts on Twitter like, hey, you gotta reschedule the stream. And I'm like, that is most definitely not a sure way. Now, Sam's is a little bit better. He's actually covering more of his bases, because what Sam does is he actually has a thing set up to alert the Discord whenever he tweets, because he tweets so not often. He thinks it's appropriate. And so when he tweets out, I'm gonna reschedule the stream, everybody on Twitter sees it, or anybody who sees his Twitter sees it, but also the Discord gets notified. So maybe that's his strategy. But for me, something happens with stream, something happens with me, first place I go is Discord. Discord is where the homies live. Discord, people on Twitter follow me because they maybe want to hear what I have to say, or they might enjoy listening to bits of my podcast, or they might value my opinion on topics. People join my Discord because they want to be part of the community. They want to be the homies. And so to me, you prioritize the homies. Those are your lifeblood. That's why Discord is one of my favorite platforms, I would say. I'd say YouTube, Twitch, and Discord are all like right here for me when it comes to my content. Everything else is secondary to those three. And honestly, it's becoming YouTube and Discord, and Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Honestly, TikTok above Instagram. LinkedIn is gonna float its way somewhere, probably not the top, probably somewhere in the middle, maybe the bottom. I agree, feel the same way. I've been using Discord as my primary. Yeah, man. Sure. For sure. Let me catch up a little bit on your chat, because I've been kind of ranting to myself for a little while. And get better with participating in my friends' Discords and streams. That's awesome, Anthony. Love to see it. Nitro sense not opening. My laptop is about to burn if I start editing. No. Not a fan of the hip-hop. I'm hoping the next drops are better. There's some... The hip-hop is hit or miss for me. Some of them are bangers. Some of them I really, really enjoy. And then some of them are just like, this is okay. This is just okay. I said from a marketing standpoint, if I were Neat, this is what I would do and why, and used Harris's Twitter as an example of almost getting it right. Yeah, how so? How so, Anthony? What do you think? Share me your secrets. We'll talk about it more on the podcast. By the way, guys, there's gonna be a very special episode of the podcast happening on Anthony's stream, actually. Here pretty soon. I figure I'll co-stream it, but maybe on YouTube even. Of course, streaming the podcast on YouTube is gonna be weird. Those would probably go unlisted. That would probably go unlisted and go on the other channel. To be honest. But I don't know if a full VOD of the podcast would work well necessarily on the main channel when it's supposed to go on the podcast channel. But I am going to be taking some podcast highlights and putting them on this channel from now on. We're going to see. Some of the podcast highlights will go on the podcast channel. Some of them will go on this channel. I'm just going to try and experiment, see what I like. I want to start consolidating a little bit back. Now that I'm producing a lot of YouTube content and I kind of want to start, gaining some traction, I do kind of want to start finding ways to put focus on the main channel and grow this main channel a lot. And then separate out a little bit more again once we get out. I do definitely want to keep music separate. I'm thinking the podcast, I could probably figure out ways. My initial reason for splitting off the podcast was I didn't want this channel to become the podcast channel, because I have so many more videos with the podcast than with the main stuff, but now the main stuff is starting to catch up. Honestly, if I can start doing, tips, live streams, and podcasts all on this main channel and have them coherently linked, that'd be pog. Harris needs a social media manager, one that is also involved, like Samurai and Lemonade. Be pretty dope. I am available. That could be made available, I should say. Spending 1 hour a day in Discord is not too much, and people basically feed you. Not even an hour. Harris could spend 15 minutes just absolutely slaying. Or like, literally if he goes for a bathroom break, sends out a tweet, goes into Discord and does some trench work in Discord for 15 minutes, you know. And then goes into Twitter and replies to the top couple of comments on his tweet. Or from the people he follows on his tweet. And that's it. That's all it would take. That's all it would take, I'd say. Even dropping a message at least once a day, reacting to things would be smart. My plan, part of why I'm scared of growing too big. I'm not really, but part of the reason I focus on slow growth with high engagement over quick growth is that I want to leverage extremely high engagement on my end as I grow, like as part of my brand. I want to be able to keep my DMs open and DM people and talk to people in Discord and follow pretty much everybody who follows me on Twitter and not care about my follow to follower ratio and shit like that. Not care about that shit and just stay engaged with the people who like what I put out, you know, and build incredible engagement with those people. To really try and do my best to break down or push the limits of the parasocial barrier to the point where I can try to establish as deep a connection as possible with as many people as possible. I'll manage your LinkedIn for you. We'll see about it, Shano. Have you been doing a lot of job hunting stuff on LinkedIn? Is that it? I've only just made my LinkedIn. I've got a little bit of stuff on there. I honestly don't have that much on there because I'm leaving out a lot of personal, professional stuff that isn't related to content. I don't want to dox myself or my current workplace, you know. I might add my workplace after I potentially stop working there. You know, when I'm 60 and retire. But other than that, I'm not really adding any like personal employment stuff there. Is it current? That was interesting. What do you mean? I'm not adding my current employment to my LinkedIn. It's because it's an office job that I live very close to. Is all. What's up, J-Dub? Works for the CIA. Imagine being a socialist and working with the CIA. Imagine working for the CIA and then being a public figure with a socialist rose on his wall when he comes home. Could you imagine living a death? That's the perfect crime, because nobody would ever actually guess I worked for the CIA, right? We'll definitely talk about it on Sunday. Is this Sunday, by the way? This coming Sunday. This week from now. Week from today. We'll be doing a special, which means I need to probably get the episode with Sam out before Sunday. I need to get that bitch out of here. I need to get that bitch out of here. I need to get that bitch. I need to fucking send it. Do exactly what the CIA would do. Imagine, man. Imagine. Imagine. Nutty. My laptop is so hot I can make myself an omelet. Holy shit, dude. Had laptops get that hot. My last laptop took a tumble. And eventually the fan went out. So now the fan basically doesn't work. It works at like quarter capacity. So it doesn't take much to get that laptop completely overheated. The heat issues also mean the performance is abysmal now. Can you imagine? I'm your cousin, I know. Listen, it's all a cover. My real job, the FBI. Still working on figuring out more stuff to upload to YouTube. What do you upload currently, Casey? I buy myself these like laptop coolers to put on your laptop. Yep. Not sure how much they work. They work all right. It's better if you have ventilation on the bottom of your laptop. Some more modern, slimmer laptops don't have very much ventilation on the bottom anymore. Mostly on the sides. Those probably don't work very well together. The ones that are the fans on the bottom, if you've got good ventilation on the bottom of your laptop, they work moderately well. They work moderately well. They're not gonna like save the laptop necessarily, but it does have it on the bottom. Then you can pick up one for 20 bucks, maybe worth it for 20 bucks, you know. Probably not worth spending like $99 on, but all right, I'm gonna buy it. Well, now I feel like I deserve to send you an affiliate link. Like I just sold you one. Boy's working on content again. You love to see it. In my professional opinion. What is your professional opinion? Any more airflow is better than none? That's fair. That is a great, actually. That is a great that is a good take. But if you don't have any ventilation on the bottom, a fan underneath it is gonna be almost nothing. It might barely cool the bottom of the laptop, which would help heat transference, but honestly, a big flaw with laptops is that they don't have upper ventilation. They only have side. Most of them only have side ventilation. It'd be interesting to. I don't know if this is popular in gaming laptops at all. I don't know if this is popular in gaming laptops. I've never had like a dedicated like gaming laptop, but maybe like a ventilation between the screen and where the keyboard begins, where it has upward ventilation. That heat escape like that would make a huge difference in my mind, from what I understand, especially if you had vents on the bottom, just pushing cool air through and letting the heat escape as it rises. That'd make a fucking huge difference, I believe. Methinks. So many times happened that my PC just turned off all rendering because it was at like 99 degrees. Oh, fuck. That sucks. That blows. It'll happen. Rendering's a bitch. Damn. But damn. Damn. Just buy an absolute fucking tankard of compressed air. And just like have that shit shooting through your PC. Just where it gets like that frosty, that ice cold. Yeah. Worst was when it was client work. Laptops can indeed see higher temps. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Part of really. Temperature is one of the biggest bottlenecks of laptops. It's honestly not power. Often. It's often not power. Oh, fuck. That sucks. That's cutting it close. Did you get it in on time? I hope to do more freelance editing work in the future. It can be a great way to help sustain myself while I'm. Yes, I did. Nice. Love to see it. I love to see it. But it'd be a great way to help sustain myself once I take the dive, you know? He said he'd wait for 10 minutes for me to upload it. Good. Be an 8-hour render and only take you 10 minutes to upload? How the fuck does that work? How the fuck does that work? When you have fiber but only a Chromebook, like. Even tipped me a little bit because I stayed awake whole night to keep checking the laptop's temperature, broski. I really hope you take some of your commission work and invest in some better equipment. Oh, goodness gracious. Editing on a laptop, man. Doing 8-hour renders on a laptop is dick. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Project file was only 3 gigs at the end. Nuts. Nutty. Really not that big. Took 8 hours to render 3 gigs. Bruh. How does that work? We're working on some like After Effects shit. How to do it. After Effects rendering is slow as fuck. Slow as fuck. Fusion's like. ME saved a lot of space? What is ME? Testing the waters here. So, Tyler sent out an email. Or I made an announcement on Discord, made a tweet. I said a lot of shit in a lot of places. I thought I was maybe spamming people who were media encoder. Gotcha. I thought I was maybe getting a little bit too spammy with it, especially because I'm out here plugging Patreon and haven't made a YouTube video in 2 weeks. Feel kind of bad about that. Like I feel bad neglecting my free content while plugging my paid content. Basically the idea is that I'm diversifying streaming for myself. I forget these things 30 seconds after I read them. I'm diversifying my streaming. So we're gonna be doing weekly YouTube streams on the weekends. Tuesdays and Thursdays will remain Twitch. T-days are Twitch days. Sundays are now YouTube days. Sundays/Saturdays are now YouTube days. Just diversifying that part of my content, the streaming part of my content, because Twitch is not doing so hot. So, yeah. So that's why we're doing this. So I tested the waters a couple weeks ago already with my first YouTube stream. This one's just kind of additional. Initial. This one's like the formal start of the YouTube streams, the regular YouTube streams. So, and they'll supplement the video content. They'll hopefully supplement the video content kind of well. See, KZ. Are you Impasta? Is Castle in here? It's maybe the first time Castle talks to Impasta in 10 years. Got to sneeze. It's coming. It's coming. Coming. It's gone. Fuck. Hate that. I hate that shit. The new one's on PS4 as well. Miles Morales is on PS4 as well. Oh, one cooling bag for like 20? Hell yeah. I love giving a thumbs up with this camera angle because the wide angle lens has some lens distortion. Like things that get closer get way too close because the framing is way too big. So if I do like a thumbs up, it makes my fist like this, it makes my hand like the size of my head. Fucking framing. It's fantastic. And that's even more dramatic on a true 14mm or a true 12mm. This is a cropped sensor, which means this is double punched in. 12mm lens is usually 4 times this size. Or twice as less zoomed in. It's crazy. 7 hours dreaming a mega base in an ocean monument. Jesus. Jeebus, dude. That's redonk. That is a long time. That is a long time. I haven't worked on a Minecraft project for that long in many, many years. Plus the 3 hours getting just sand? What do you get just sand for? Not expected to be that cheap. So quite affordable. They're not too bad. They're not too bad. They're basically just fans just connected to a thing that's USB powered. You have to surround the monument and stand. So you can start draining it, or else you can never drain it. I see. I see. Even with the sponge, I guess the sponge you'd have to go all the way to the ocean. But the ocean would keep draining it. I see. That makes sense. Okay, now you have like an underwater like palace. Pretty cool. I'd always love to build underwater. I would love to build underwater structures in Minecraft if they weren't so fucking terrible to try and build. Such a pain in the ass to drain water and build in water and have to breathe underwater and I'll worry about all that shit. Just a pain in the ass. This will take like a month to complete. Jeez. Not worked on anything in Minecraft that hard in a long time, man. Those were the good old days. Those were the good old days when that was the biggest thing I had to worry about. Most I had to worry about. Ugh. What you doing? GlitchCon going on today. More GlitchCon going on today. You know what that is. Twitch know what that is. Sucks because I know I'm actually like establishing a pretty good connection with a guy who's like one of the marketing leads at Twitch. He's head of marketing at esports for Twitch. He's actually a pretty decent dude, and I like him a lot. I like his other content. And I actually had a really good chat with him the other day. And I feel bad because he's basically like, he basically feels shafted. Like, he feels that all this shit's unfair. You know, he's part of the companies. He's taking the brunt of it, you know. Before I said that you had the best profile pic on Twitch. Now you have the best profile pic on YouTube too. Well, thank you, Daniel. Thank you. I like the new one a lot. I like the new one a fuckload. Even Sam had nice things to say about my new profile picture. Even Sam was like, yeah, yours is pretty good. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Why are you streaming on YouTube? Because can't rely on Twitch to pay my bills. So I am diversifying. Can't rely on Twitch to do anything. Pay my bills is what came to mind. Can't rely on Twitch to do anything right now. Can't rely on Twitch. So I'm diversifying the live streaming portion of my content. We're gonna be doing weekly YouTube streams from now on. Be doing weekly Sunday YouTube streams and Twitch on Tuesday and Thursday. To get a little bit of diversification in there with live streaming. Also, it's also to supplement the YouTube channel a bit. It's good watch time, helps with the algorithm or whatever. And with getting monetized on YouTube. So, also because I'll be doing weekly YouTube streams, I don't want the main content on the channel to be YouTube. Or I don't want the main content on the YouTube channel to be live streams. So that's going to put a fire under my ass to do weekly uploads. I want at least half, if not most of the content on the channel to be not live streams. So at least by number of videos. I don't want every other video or more to be live streams. So it's gonna be hard to not have the main content be YouTube on YouTube. Listen, motherfucker. I know what I said. I know my goals are ambitious, but listen. Everything that's ever been achieved started as an idea. Like you need any of this income to survive. Well, that's the plan at some point. Be able to survive off of it. Let's plan at some point at least. Once YouTube ad revenue enters the market and a sizable number of... The great thing is that I used to be one track minded. I was planning like, okay, how many Twitch subs do I need to pay all of my bills, to live off of Twitch subs? I don't think like that anymore. First of all, that number of patrons is cut in half because I make almost twice the amount of money per patron than I do per sub on Twitch. Pretty fucking poggers. So I need half the patrons I would need versus Twitch subs. Tit for tat. And then if I incorporate, YouTube ad revenue in from there, start making really like marketable videos, stuff that has high CPMs, once I get monetized. Start making, eventually get to the point where I'm making a couple $100 from ad revenue, a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. It adds up quickly once you have, 4 or 5 or more revenue streams. you know, they're diversified appropriately, then yeah, hopefully that I can rely on all those incomes for the foods and a roof over my head. Write a book. Kind of planning on it, not gonna lie. It's in the works. Problem with the book is I kind of need to establish myself a little bit more for people to give a shit about the author, right? For people to really give a shit about what I have to say on the subject. You know what I mean? Like if I were to write I'm not gonna write a book about stream growth and I'm not gonna write a book about stream growth and publish it tomorrow when I have, you know, 14 people in here, however many people are in here right now. That wouldn't be appropriate necessarily. He's already written many books. I've written one book. I'm like a quarter of the way through a novella, which I haven't finished yet and probably won't finish for several years because I'd have to find the time to do it and it's not content related. So, and I wrote a D&D book, and that D&D book did well, but it kind of had its lifespan and then died. So it's not necessarily a revenue stream anymore. You thought to make a Let's Play? No, not really. I've thought about doing a gaming channel on YouTube. That would be down the line, though. That would be something like I do gaming streams, and then I send those off to an editor, and post that. But that would make no money, and hiring an editor would cost me money. So that's a no-go right now. I wish I could, because gaming is one of my, you know, top passions. I would love to be making content about, but doing just content where I just play games. No. Honestly, Twitch is becoming a scary place, and like the platform is not evolving or helping anyone. I agree entirely. Part of why I'm making motion to potentially drop. I'll edit them for $5. I would pay you more than $5. I would feel obligated to pay you more than $5, Shane. You would grow to resent me if I made you edit them for only $5 a piece. Buy my lunch at work. I'm not a person who jumps at an opportunity like that. If somebody comes to me and is like, I'll edit your videos for free. I'm like, I don't want you to edit them for free. I want to pay you, because you deserve to be paid if you're going to work for me. I want to be a guy who just doesn't pay people who works for him, you know? You would not receive any benefit. You would not receive any benefit from me besides the experience. And I would rather you gain the experience from editing your own content, editing and creating stuff that you're passionate about and you would benefit from, you know? That's what I'm about. I'm not sure. Another 600 hours of Smash Brothers again. Kill me, dude. I don't think I got that many hours in Brawl. And I played a lot of Brawl. I played a metric fuckload of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I don't think I got 600 hours. I might have with the console being left on. I might have with the console being left on, but I don't think I got 600 actual play hours. There's Castle. It's the reunited. It's the reunition. The reunity. What's that root word? The reunity of Castle and Imposter. The Warriors and the Sauce. Guys, I might fuck around and run a second podcast. My my friends in the Content Clinic like to have Content Clinic podcasts, but nobody ever really wants to manage them, and nobody really wants to edit them and publish them. So I think I might need to take that into my own hands. Or being like, all right, fuckers, I'll run the fucking podcast. You guys just have to show up. I don't know if that'll happen anytime soon, but if they don't get their ass together, I'd love for there to start being more Content Clinic curated content. That at least was my vision for the Content Clinic when I heard the initial kind of vision from Sam, was having kind of a place where we could get together and have curated content that we bounced off of each other with, alongside being a team. That's what a team sounds like to me. Doing team stuff, working as a team. Right now we kind of work individually and just kind of have a little bit of a network more than a team. Consider the Content Clinic almost like a network of creators rather than a team of creators right now. I think it'd be great if I were able to push us into becoming a little bit more of a team. That'd be kind of cool. Give myself hot chocolate, combine that with your chill streams, best combination. Enjoy, Andy. Enjoy. Hot chocolate sounds good. Not really craving anything sweet. I'm craving tell you what, I'm craving grease today because I'm so hungover. I'm craving fucking burgers tonight. Hey, Hunter! He's on a call. Shit, my bad. I think he's on a call with somebody. Burgers tonight? Hell yeah. Finished up all my Minecraft achievements. Jeez. 20,000 blocks away for a Woodland Mansion 8. Only kelp for 3 days. Guys could still potentially do that? I agree. Ugh. I agree. The Content Clinic is in its infancy as far as I'm concerned. Right now it's a little bit of a Twitch team, which I don't think was Sam's initial initial real thought for it. I think with Content Clinic, it's not a stream clinic. Content Clinic. The Content Clinic is kind of vision. It kind of aligns with my vision, which is make more content, help people learn to make more and better content, basically, is my mission and the Content Clinic's mission. So I'm incredibly enthused about working with the Content Clinic on shit and really like honing that in. But I think we just need to find ways to up team involvement. I think, first of all, I think we need to have more events where the team gets together and does team building stuff, because I still am not on a first name basis with half the team, half the Content Clinic. People like Kukla Media, like Sir Wade. Like, who is Sir Wade? I don't even know who that is. So like, I've never talked to the Firewire before. I've never spoken to the Firewire. He's a great dude. I know that. Same for AC Pixel. Actually, I have kind of spoken with AC Pixel, at least on social media, but like, I would like to get, because I'm on a first name basis with Drake. His name is Sai. First name basis with RFI. His name is Nick. Had to think about that one, actually. Like Trainer Toll and Symphonic. I've worked a little bit with Symphonic. Jay. Freakazoid. Patrick Sterling. I'd love to work with Patrick Sterling. Camera Tim. Sterling, Tim, and I are going to do some great work in the future. I can guarantee it. Obviously, I've done great work with Wildfire so far. He's a great guy to work with. Irish is great. Irish is doing great stuff. She's going to be a premium member of the Content Clinic before long. Danny's pretty great. He's a great manager, but he's more of a team manager than really like making a lot of content for himself. Like sitting in a meat cooler packing some meat. Yeah, I'm always packing meat, you know what I'm saying? Content you guys have done already is fantastic. Well, that bodes well for the content we'd be doing in the future, which would be even better, miles better. You know, if I have anything to say about it. So interact with Firewire on DMs. Nice. Glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear he's a cool dude. I mean, most evil achievement was Supersonic. Oh, is that have to move a certain speed or whatever? Minecraft Steve is in my top 3 characters. One of my top characters. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Funny, Ridley still go brr. Kill me. Made myself an editing team like a year and a half ago from absolutely nothing, with me having like 100 subscribers. It's been growing quite a lot recently. People who are in there with me as members and admins, we helped so much beginner editors with their starts, mostly just telling them what they should maybe improve. Also trying to post actively, but it's been doing super great lately. So I think if it, as a team, teamwork is always the best. Dude, Andy, that sounds fucking awesome. That sounds fucking amazing. You love to see it. You love to see it. Restocked at level 9 CPU. Whew. Whew. I did something similar with Ridley the other day. I played for the first time in a few months and I didn't 3-stock, but went up against level 9 CPU, fucking smash that shit. I was like, I still got it. Go 40 meters per second and fly through a 1x1 gap. I got you. That sounds like a pain in the ass. Blows my mind too, Benji. Blows my mind too. Kind of nuts. Truly. Probably you, Imposter. You're kind of cracked at Smash Brothers. You kind of no-life that game. Andy, that's super fucking cool. That's super fucking cool. I'd like to hear more about that, actually. You guys get on the grind of teamwork. Content Clinic could help so many people. You guys really focus on what you do best just as a team. I think so. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think it needs to start with more podcasts. I think our podcast, so many great minds talking about great stuff. I think a lot of great ideas would come through a Content Clinic podcast. I think it'd be like the Creator Cast, but cranked to 11. A little bit more strategy and like creative, like be less candid and more kind of idea based. Check Discord. Oh my god. That's awesome. Loogie. Hit down taunts now. Kick. Spaghetti. Ah, oh, kill me. Might have gotten good at one point with 600 hours. Fucking kill me, dude. Fucking kill me, dude. Fucking kill me. I barely have that much time in Terraria total. It's one of my favorite games of all time. On that podcast idea, listen, we're trying to get it organized. Even if we just pushed, I need to be careful with what I say. I don't want to talk bad. I don't want to talk bad about the Content Clinic or any of the members in it, but even if we just got a consistent crew just for the podcast because other people didn't want to be involved, and I still think that crew could make. So here, okay, so the 80-20 rule, here's the thing. 80-20 rule states pretty much that no matter how we cut it, no matter how we cut up the Content Clinic, 80% of the 20% of the Content Clinic members will be creating 80% of the Content Clinic content. So, and oftentimes that rule is even more extreme, often 90-10 or 95-5 with content and with internet work. So 80-20 rule pretty much states that there's going to be 80% of the Content Clinic is not going to be as active as the rest of us, as the few of us, I should say. But that's an argument actually for the Content Clinic to become bigger rather than smaller, actually. So have to push out a ton of episodes all at once or anything. I'm not pushing anything. I would not be pushing anything. I would be working with amazing creators to do awesome stuff. But if somebody needs sometimes, because we're talking about doing a third episode, there's been 2 episodes and I wasn't able to make either of them. But I don't think they've been published anywhere yet. They're held live, they're conducted live, so they're enjoyed live. I would like to see them posted somewhere valuable, you know? I already have technically everything set up for podcasts, so technically I could upload it myself. So I could probably convince them, like, hey guys, let me just take it over. Let me just take over that and just run 2 podcasts. And then as I build relationships with those guys more, I could probably have them on my own podcast as well. It'd be a good opportunity. The problem, the sustainability of the creator cast is up in the air right now, because I pretty much have to find creators who are, my general rule is they are bigger creators than I am, generally speaking. And 2, generally speaking, they're bigger creators than I am, and 2, I know a lot about them and they know a lot about me, and we have a established relationship. So that A, I'm not super nervous during the interview, and B, so that I'm not nervous during the interview. Because if I don't know them well, I'm gonna be nervous, and if I don't know them well, I'm gonna be wondering, like, what should I ask? I'm gonna you know, wonder if I did enough about the did enough research and whatnot. So Peace Castle. Good content. Join us for Star Wars. Guys, great time to plug. Here in 4 hours from now, 4 hours from this very moment, we will be watching Star Wars together on the channel. Not on this channel, but on Discord. I don't think there's an exclamation point in Discord, so I might have to post it myself. But figure out like Stream Deck keys for YouTube streams or something. But here in 4 hours from now, 8:30 on the Discord, we will be enjoying Star Wars together as a community. And I'll be talking a little bit more about the movie, as we go along. So join us for stream movie night here at 8:30 in 4 hours. The stream's not ending. I'm just taking the opportunity to plug that. Cineroar has 3 jumps and only takes 4% from Mario's forward smash. Four hours, it'll be 3 a.m. for me technically. I could be there, but I bet I'll be watching my series. Watch both. Are you part of the Discord, Andy? I don't think I've seen you in there. Discord's open for more than just the movie night. It's actually a great place for creators, especially ones that are experienced video editors. I don't think so. We'd be honored if you would join us. It's one of my favorite Star Wars lines, actually. We'd be honored if you would join us. And be able to chat with some maybe I was, but I cleared Discords. That's okay. I don't check who leaves. So on next episode of podcast, it'll star me and how I'm secretly top 5% on OnlyFans. Imagine how many men? What do you think the proportion is, men to women, in the top 10% of OnlyFans? You think? Oh, Andy, you love to see it. Welcome to the community. Are you a streamer as well? Should I give you the streamer role? Do any streaming or just YouTubing? I need to make a YouTuber role. Wunderbar. Oh, you're in Wildfire's Discord. Did you find us through Wildfire, Andy? Only stream sometimes on YouTube. Good enough for me. You get to have a red name instead of a purple name. Did you find us through Scott's community? Enjoy A New Hope. Thanks, Benji. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping in. It's getting nice to probably meet you. I actually went through and cleared a few Discords the other day. I found you through Sam. Close enough. Close enough. You're not in Sam's Discord though. How can you now be in Sam's Discord? I went through and cleared a few of my. I still have an insane amount of Discords, honestly. But I cleared a few of them. A few completely inactive ones. There were actually a couple servers I had where there was literally nobody but me in them. Everybody else had left, so I ditched those. I closed those. I don't know. You are kind of everywhere. You love to see it. You love to hear it. That's something you love to hear. Appreciate you. So remember the comeback on like Ganondorf as Mario on stream? Dude. I'm pretty sure I remember that too. You pulled some nutty shit in Pasta. Some crazy shit. Smash Brothers, I mean. F smashed at 40% first stock. Good lord. Good lord. Ganondorf is a beast. Ganondorf is a beast. I think I'm starting to irritate this part of my face. There's like a white head there, some other black head that's irritating me. What is going on with my phone? Oh, it was a call. It was a reminder from my call. Alright, we're good. That was important. Wasn't. Take my dog to the bathroom. What's it going to do there? What's next for your YouTube? Honestly, Patrick, I'm thinking it's going to be a video on Twitch and how Twitch has been disappointing me lately. To be honest, that's going to be next. After that, it's going to be a video on content branching. So a little bit more exciting, a little bit more uplifting. I'm gonna dive in. You'll appreciate this. I'm gonna dive in a little bit to the theory will be like, hey guys, take a Twitch stream or YouTube stream, you cut it down for a YouTube video, and you cut it down more for Instagram, you cut it down more for Twitter, you cut it down more for TikTok, whatever. To take one piece of content and branch it into multiple platforms and syndicate and whatnot, but create unique content specific to that platform. But I get to use DaVinci Resolve and talk a little bit about Resolve's new feature for opening new timelines as independent resolutions and be able to reframe for social media and all that. I get to use Resolve 17 to show how it's even easier than ever. It was already really easy to do. It's even easier than ever to do that kind of shit. You can do it all in the same project. It's brilliant. Brilliant. I really can't wait. I really can't wait to start using that more. I also want to talk about a new tool I found. It's a free tool. You upload a video to it, it subtitles the video automatically for you, and then you can download the video. You can download the video back. You can just do that and syndicate the video on social media. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to start using that. I haven't used it yet because I haven't been making content very much lately. But as soon as I get back on the train, I'll start caring about subtitles. It's something, especially for social media, when most people are a lot of people are watching with audio off. I don't think it's as big on TikTok. Generally speaking, I think people are watching TikToks with audio. But on Twitter, a large portion of Twitter doesn't watch with audio. A huge portion of Facebook doesn't watch with audio, which I think is interesting. Not that I've not really started syndicating to YouTube. To Facebook. But from what I understand, Facebook and LinkedIn have a lot of similarities when it comes to demographics. So I'm probably thinking that for my LinkedIn posts, I probably definitely need to have subtitles. A subtitle like 15-second clip on Twitter is like a matter of 15 minutes. It's hard. It's hard. Subtitling is hard, and there's usually little return. Like for YouTube, auto subtitles are plenty. Auto subtitles are plenty fine. There's no way in my opinion that a 15-minute YouTube video is worth the time to subtitle it when you're starting out, at least. Not unless you're a huge production. And even then, not every video is worth it. It's worth it for like documentaries, like documentary style YouTube videos. Been lurking a while. Hope you're well. Thanks, Andy. Good to see you again. Now we have two Andys. Oh no. Call you Mr. Stone. My man Stone. Stone Gossard. Hope you're well too, man. You're well too, man. It's good to see you. Hope we get to work together soon. We get to work together more soon. I think LinkedIn could be interesting for me. I think so too. I think there's a lot of untapped potential in LinkedIn for people like us. Not for everybody. I don't think all content is appropriate for LinkedIn, but as a stream bin, fantastic. Topics, ask me anything. Topic is everything right now. We were talking about content syndication a minute ago. Basically just means posting content on a bunch of platforms. Seeing how you realized I was gone. Oh, man, I didn't realize, but I don't really shut up. Fine. I prefer if you chat. Doesn't bother me. A whole bunch of posts talking about waves of people leaving Adobe for Resolve to catch the eyes of a bunch of those business peeps. That's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea, Patrick. You don't do it, I will. You don't do it, I will. Hell, even if you do it, I think I'll jump on that train too. I think the more voices, the better for something like that. I don't think that 15-minute video is worth subtitling me, who literally got commissioned to subtitle an almost 6-minute video. It's been like 6 hours on it. Jesus Christ, that's so long. It's not too terrible if you're just doing like the bare minimum But a lot of subtitling needs to be a lot of like, especially on if you're gonna go through the motions to do subtitles, a lot of people do like stylized subtitles, and that's when it starts to take a long time. LinkedIn have pages like Facebook? I don't think so. Kind of. Yes, it does. It does for companies, basically. Companies kind of have pages. But users kind of just have profiles. I don't think users really make their own pages like Facebook does. I'm not totally familiar yet, though. I've literally just begun to like look at LinkedIn from like I made an account and I like browsed a little bit, and I think I added Sam as a friend. I don't think he's added me back yet. So that's pretty much all I've done. Pretty much all I've done. Played Terraria 1.4 on my iPad with a PS4 controller. That's the most like completely out of left field way to play Terraria. I'm glad you got to experience it. It's fucking great. Fucking great. Love that game. Love that game. I wish there was a little bit more to 1.4 in terms of like content to strive for. But other than that, it's like a lot of, because it like there's still the same final boss from 1.3. A lot of the stuff from 1.3 is still there. Me and my cousin had just done a 1.3 playthrough not long before we did our 1.4 playthrough, and so we kind of just lost steam because there was a lot of new stuff, but it wasn't new enough to just keep us totally engaged. Here with Steam broke, yikes. What's up, Picasso? We're on YouTube right now because I'm starting to do my weekend streams are gonna be on YouTube from now on. My Sunday streams are gonna be on YouTube from now on. Twitch has been disappointing me lately, and so I want to diversify my stream content. So I'll do a weekly stream on Sundays for YouTube, and Tuesdays and Thursdays will remain Twitch. The worst about it was grammar check, because my English is not my main. So sometimes it was hard for me to get what they were saying. Oh, I can only imagine, man. I can't even fathom trying to subtitle for a second language. For a secondary language, man. That takes skill. Even when English is your primary and you're doing English, it when people talk over each other and speak naturally, it'd be rough, man. It'd be rough. Found a shiny Pokemon Go. That's dope. Crazy. I haven't played Pokemon Go in years. I played Pokemon. I played Pokemon 2 Pokemon Go when they just had first generation. And then like years later, people were talking about, hey, have you guys seen the second generation of Pokemon Go? I was like, Pokemon Go's still a thing? Still play that shit? Apparently it's bigger than ever. Played a little bit in college and whatever. Branded email. That's dope, man. Got like admin at patricksterling.com or something like that. Is that like, how do you do that? How does one do that? Is that like redirect to a Gmail box? Because I'd eventually love to have Noah Camp at neontherocks.com. That'd be dope. Google makes it super easy? Ooh, I gotta give it a shot. What are your thoughts on VR games? Fucking love them, dude. Fucking love them. I've been playing Beat Saber. I've been playing Beat Saber for lunch almost every day. I've been getting into playing Beat Saber almost every day. Really, really fun. Really great way to feel like I'm getting active. Otherwise, sitting in this chair for hours and hours and hours on end every single day. Every single day. So. You've definitely seen improvement in my English, especially when I talk. I've been spending some time almost every day in Discord calls. My homies in the editing Discord. That's dope. I couldn't tell. Generally speaking, you can often tell when somebody's a secondary English speaker by the way that they type, the way that they talk in chat. And you type as well as primary English speaker, as far as I'm concerned. But on Google Domains, added a Google Workspace account, which included Gmail, and it generates an admin account when you purchase. That's dope. That's fucking dope. That's smart as hell. That's smart as hell. I gotta get on that shit. Gotta get on that shit. VR Humble Bundle, I need to check that shit out. I need to hit that shit, because VR games are expensive, dude. That's the hard part. Right now, I basically only have 3 games. I've got Super Hot, Beat Saber, and Star Wars Squadrons. Star Wars Squadrons is so fucking good. So fucking good. I have so much fucking fun with it, dude. It's unlike anything I've ever played. Unlike anything I've ever played. Worth every penny I spend on the VR headset and the HOTAS. The immersion is fantastic. Set up a redirect for the domain right to my channel page. That's dope. That's dope. Smart shit. Oh. Yeah, gosh. Netherite can keep you alive in lava? I don't think YouTube allows you to post links. At least not with the settings I have. I'd have to go in and change the settings. You can post it in Discord. Fuck yeah. Love it when people post Humble Bundle shit in Discord. For sure. Doesn't burn to my arm. Oh, right, because those items don't burn. Right. You lost your bow, trident, fireworks, and elytra. Yikes. Yikes. Elytra's not easy to get. Neither are fireworks. Fireworks are a pain in the ass. Messaging me. Oh, there he is. Nice, Picasso. Appreciate that. 0 caliber? 0 caliber, huh? I wanted to check that one out. I Expect You to Die? Those are some dope games. Those are some dope games that I was planning on getting at some point, so I might hit that shit. My furnace gives you 25 levels for cooking 1 potato? What? What? For no reason? It's glitched? Are you a hacker? Are you a hacker? Friends reach level 100 within 10 minutes? Your friends are cheaters. You're a cheater. So I can snag that Squarespace sponsorship? That'd be a while for me. I may want a website before then. It'd be a while for me. I think I want a website as soon as it economically makes sense. I did just ditch having to pay for my podcast, so I've got a little bit of extra money. But I'm thinking about investing that into Linktree for the time being, because I think that could supplement. I think that could be a decent stand. I think a premium Linktree account could be a decent stand-in as a website, as just a hub for all my content, you know. As a customizable hub for all my content at a dedicated URL. That could work as a stand-in for a website for a while. It's not that expensive. Eventually though, Squarespace website, fuck yeah. Looking forward to making any money off my content. You'll get there. Patrick. You gotta stream more, my man. Gotta stream more. Now that you're at 1,000 subs, I think you could reasonably open a Patreon. Honestly, reasonably. Pending on how much you start building really strong brand loyalty, you know, really strong personal brand loyalty. Get a couple of super fans and people part of your get your community going. Hell yeah, man. My friends are trying to get another person like that one, but hasn't. They used like six stacks of coal. Just buy me a coffee. I've seen. Yeah. That's Mr. Alex Tech made a video about buy me a coffee, didn't he? It's decent. Issue with that one is with buy me a coffee is that it's a one-time thing. One-time thing is basically a tip thing. And the culture for tips on YouTube is not there yet, you know. Billy Ribka has it set up that you can applaud his content. That's basically a tip, and the culture on YouTube just isn't set up for tipping yet, you know. But it is set up for subscription-based stuff. So you could potentially get some sort of subscription service going. Through Patreon, through Ko-fi. Ko-fi's a great one, I hear. It doesn't have tiers for subscription yet, is why I didn't go with Ko-fi. I really wanted the tiered subscriptions on Patreon. Be able to offer more at different price points. But Ko-fi has some great stuff too. It's got a marketplace. See, what you could do, Patrick, is you could set up Ko-fi. You've got a subscription service. Be like, hey, $5 subscription through my Ko-fi. You get this, right? Or there's a marketplace. You could literally set up a store. You could literally set up a store in Ko-fi for LUTs, for Fusion templates, for some paid stuff. But being all into building audience, it's an A+ from me. It's an A+ from me. Monetization is just extra when you're starting out, especially. I also have the Rift S. Also, I also have the Rift S. Quite nice. I like it. Did not break my bank. Free preset in the next video. Slick. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Can't wait. Can't wait. Minecraft World is also my first world to reach over 500 megabytes. Whereas you did go like 20,000 blocks out. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Ugh. 10,000 blocks just to find a mesa biome? Jeez. Yeesh. I think mesas were that rare. Friend's wife wants to check out Minecraft. I've got the Minecraft server up still. I'm not sure how much longer that'll be up. That'll probably be going away in January. I could probably afford a website if I weren't running that Minecraft server, so might go in with a website instead. Actually, pretty sure I could actually get a website for that price. So, now that I think about it. It didn't fully corrupt, but something's duplicated. Something's got deleted. Interesting. Take regular backups of your worlds. That doesn't happen. You can load a backup. If I put a book under my PC, the fans are like revealed a bit more. PC is not overheating at all while I'm in After Effects. I guess I don't have to buy the cooler. Book is enough. The cooler will do even better because it will do what the book is doing and pull air in to blow from cool air from below your laptop into the laptop. Then help filter through, help the hot air escape quicker. Fan will do even better, but if you just need it to not overheat, yeah, that would be fucking great. Awesome. That's awesome. I'd love to see it. There's another thing that's great about cooling is with better cooling, your laptop will perform better. Generally get better performance. So, especially if you're at the point of overheating. I would still recommend the cooler, but what are you looking for out of a website? I guess I just want to, I don't know yet. A website to me, in theory, is kind of the consolidation of all that I do. But with social media these days, it's almost difficult to consolidate everything. It would be almost difficult to consolidate everything. I would think, back 10 years ago, a website might be useful for building a community. It would kind of serve the purpose of a Discord or a Reddit where we would maybe have a Neon the Rocks forum, and we could talk about video editing, talk about content creation, talk about stuff like that. But you don't really need that, We've got Discord, we've got a subreddit that we are just sitting on right now. There's not any content on it. Any John's film stuff, a little bit, not very much. Found some wild improvements to working in 3D and Fusion. Let's see it, dude. You'll love to see it. I'm gonna check that out immediately. If he found some wild improvements for working in 3D, I'd love to see what we'd be able to do in 2D, with 2D stuff. Especially, we can get super, super fast editing in Fusion for 2D and for vectors. Man, fucking Fusion would be hella dangerous. Duplicated my friend's shulker box, but deleted my 32 sponges. That fucking sucks. So, a website would probably just be kind of a central. A website would be kind of a brand thing for me, which is part of the reason I'm not worried about it right now. Website would be something like I go to TwitchCon, I pass out business cards, or I go to any sort of convention, I pass out business cards that have my website on them. And then my website is super clean, super me, super personalized, and has it has my story, my content, has links to my, has like embeds of my YouTube videos, has an embed of the stream, or any of any stream, whichever platform it's on, Twitch, whatever. Has some stuff to like get in contact with me. Probably my stuff that probably submits directly to my business email. If I ever get, I probably prefer. Right now, you can use Ko-fi. Right now, you can use Ko-fi as a marketplace. But if I ever really want to dive into selling products, I might want a website to consolidate that. Hit me up in late December. Let's talk. All right, let's do it. Working on a blog website for myself. Dope. Let's see about it. Let's think about it. Squarespace has its own stuff for setting up a store, and I believe Squarespace has its own way of selling merch. So if I could do that instead of Teespring, have it consolidated merch store and product store, and maybe integrate Patreon in there. Figure out Patreon integration into a website, and then have the YouTube content kind of live there. Maybe more information about my setup. Have like a dedicated page for all my gear. I know Sam's setting that up right now for his website. Honestly, I would probably take a look at how Sam has his website set up, and maybe even talk to him about it and brainstorm with him, and then figure out what I would want. Something probably very similar. We can make it look good for cheaper than Squarespace. It's money for your channel that can go elsewhere. I don't know if we can. Can we make it look good for cheaper than Squarespace? Squarespace is pretty affordable, you know? I'm more concerned with time than money. So Squarespace can save the time, you know? Using Squarespace over, even if we can get it to look as nice with independent stuff, doing it independently. Plus, if Squarespace has those features like potentially a marketplace, potentially this and that I might want to take advantage of, has kind of the infrastructure in place for me to take advantage of. I might like to take advantage of it. Plus, then that opens up for Squarespace sponsorship in the later times. So that's always dope. Always dope. Apex is kind of struggling on the Twitch game. The entire category has 41,000 viewers. Sounds like a lot, but Assassin's Creed Valhalla has nearly twice that. Warzone has almost 60k. Cold War alone has 300k, which is more than Among Us. And well, it's not quite as much as just chatting. Chatting's 400,000. But Valorant's only 52,000. That's not. I guess Apex having 40,000 isn't out of the question. Those are very new, yes, but Apex is supposed to be, you know, fucking crazy good, you know. Supposed to be one of the esports right now. It's supposed to be ideally it would be up there if they wanted to keep it in esport. To be up there with CS:GO, up there with CS:GO even big anymore? They've got categories we think you'll like now instead of popular categories. So I don't see stuff like, they don't have like categories by viewership anymore, at least not on the front page. I'd have to dive in, but I can just click on categories. Oh yeah, here we go. No. Live channels, categories. Filter by search tags. Sort by viewers high to low. Here we go. Just chatting. FIFA 21. Really? Black Ops is higher than League of Legends right now. FIFA 21 is higher than League of Legends right now. I don't get that. I do not understand that. Grand Theft Auto 5 still at 145,000. That's kind of ridiculous. Is there one particular streamer carrying that right now? Nope, it's just that high. That's still ridiculous. That's fucking insane. Dota 2 as well still has 100,000. It's kind of ridiculous. Fortnite still has 89,000. Rainbow Six Siege still has 80,000. Has twice that Apex does. Ridiculous. CS:GO still has 60,000. Poker has 57 right now. PUBG, Warzone, and Valorant doing better than Apex right now. It's kind of sad to see. I think Apex is the best of that bunch. I wanted to drop views rather quickly, didn't it? Esports is dying in the United States? I don't think so. I do not think so. I think it is only getting bigger. It's being adopted by universities nationwide now. That's gonna make it, it'll break mainstream before long. With that kind of a reach, I suspect it won't be too long. ESPN just dropped it? Really? Interesting. See, the problem is the ESPN jumped on too early. ESPN wanted to be the early adopter. They weren't willing to commit. They aren't willing to commit. Especially with something like COVID. Esports should have fucking killed during COVID. But ESPN doesn't know how to promote esports yet. Doesn't know how to yet. Nobody really knows how to yet. Nobody really knows how to yet. Branding and advertising for games is just, it's still in the dark ages. It's still fucking decades behind where it needs to be. You got COVID this September, Imposter? Are you doing okay? I guess if you forgot, it couldn't have been that bad. Great thing we opened up schools, huh? Fuckers. It was massive, always has been. I know, but like, still crazy to me. Miss old school forums, same. We used to have a forum. We used to have a forum for our Minecraft server back in the pre-Discord days. We had a TeamSpeak and a forum instead of Discord. You had to pay for TeamSpeak servers, and you had to pay for a website for forum. Nowadays, Discord is free. It's insane. It's easier than ever to have a community, make content. It's easier than ever. It's crazy. Now they just have a Discord. No more forums. And I'm like, ugh, forums were so great though. Good old days. Making trade deals and shit on the forums. When we were off the server. Especially with the new effects preset and resolve, there's so much potential for preset packs and templates. Hell yes. Hell yes. I cannot wait. I'm gonna make bank. Just kidding, I'm gonna probably give away a fuck ton for free. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Esports is kind of dying. I know. I don't think esports is gonna die anytime soon. Esports is in its major infancy. Problem is that right now it's almost too infant to really be adopted mainstream by like ESPN and such. Even I think colleges will maybe have some issues. Just because it's so infant that it may not be sustainable to try and adopt it right now. It's kind of like streaming. Streaming was that way. I think Microsoft found it's exactly what Microsoft did with Mixer. If you look at Mixer, you would say, oh, well, the streaming industry is dying. Microsoft couldn't make streaming work, and the streaming industry is dying. Like, no, the streaming industry is just so infant, it's not profitable yet. Streaming is going to be absolutely fucking massive when people realize just how impactful streaming can be. It's just a matter of, can these streaming platforms survive till then and actually make it happen? I'm not convinced anybody but YouTube and Facebook can necessarily. If you can have it set up for $5 a month to $15, maybe. Potentially, that will potentially save me hundreds of dollars over the course of a long time, but is the Mario clip when I combo you're really still the #1 clip on your Twitch? So I actually had to delete that clip. I'm worried about I'm deleting any clips from any games that use any form of any copyrighted music. I deleted all the I went and deleted all the clips from any of my Star Wars games and any of the Smash Brothers games. Some from Metal Gear because I know Konami hits hard. And uses some copyrighted music. I basically went through any sort of clip that I thought could have copyrighted music and deleted it. I downloaded them all beforehand, though. I've downloaded every single clip that's ever been posted on my channel. Every single Twitch clip that's ever happened is now on my hard drive. So. You just careful for esports. Or that it was AOL chat rooms. Pretty sure my mom and my stepdad met in an AOL chat room. Need to survive the crash when all the early adopter companies realized it wasn't worth the 50 million buying in its current form. It's exactly right. It needs to survive that crash. Huh. Yeah. Twitch still has that. The clip is still there, but they say you're not supposed to be DMCA'd when you're fucking. You're not supposed to be DMCA'd when that happens. When it's off the server. So. Therefore, I could potentially, now that they have the infrastructure set up to contest DMCAs, I should be able to contest it. However, I will keep talking about their fucking bullshit when it comes to not doing that. So. Just read a pretty disappointing message from a small YouTuber and streamer I did a couple of videos for. Kind of feel bad for him commissioning me and spending money on me. He was getting all his videos edited by editors, thumbnails done by designers, and running a Minecraft server while paying builders and buying stuff for it. And he just announced he's done putting his money into this. And now just imagining how much money he spent on it, all compared to how big he is, makes me sad. That is nuts. That is unbelievable. That's unbelievable. It sounds to me like you didn't know he was spending all that money, and so I wouldn't hold yourself responsible for it. That's oof, that is negligence. They have, Gasso. But, to Twitch's credit, not sure fucking if they said this, if this means anything, which said, their words were, some people have reported being DMCA'd from deleted clips. This should not happen. If it does, or if anything needs to be disputed, please dispute it at this location. So, that being said, I still have a metric fuckload of VODs I need to go through. And by go through, I mean probably delete and swaths. And those I'm probably not going to save, so. I know for certain there's at least... I know for certain I at least need to delete the very first 24-hour stream. Very first 24-hour stream needs to go down, unfortunately. I know for certain I played copyrighted music during that one. I know for certain I played copyrighted music during that one. So, give me a couple of days ago if I can show him some editing basics. That's good that he's not giving up on content creation. I like to hear that. I'm glad that he's not giving up on content creation, but it's good that he's not blowing all that money. Good that he's not blowing all that money, because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I typically don't recommend anybody that's a small YouTuber, like fewer than maybe even 5,000 subs, generally speaking, or small or not able to sustain an editor. Hire an editor. Never recommend it. I never recommend it. There's cases where it's appropriate. If the creator deems it appropriate, but generally speaking, that's just ugh. He's just not investing money into it anymore. Good. You should his time investment is more critical than his money investment. Watching any good shows lately? Mandalorian and Ruby are fucking killing it for me. I don't typically watch TV shows. Like shows, it takes a lot for me to get into shows. But Mandalorian and Ruby are capturing my attention at this point in my life. So the only reason I'm so passionate about teaching people to edit, for sure, Patrick, for sure. It's a thumbs up for me. It's a thumbs up for me. People think editing is reserved for wizards. They think editing is as difficult as like composing music or fucking write or like fucking scribing spells. When it's a skill that can be learned to competency in fewer than 10 hours of work, I would say. Fewer than 10 hours of work to make you a competent video editor, at least for making YouTube videos. All right, Andy, get some sleep. You're very welcome. We'll be back next week. We'll be back next week. Have fun as well. We've got about 10 more minutes of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Got about 10 more minutes. Then I'm gonna go shower, eat, hang out a little bit, and then we'll have Star Wars tonight. Dope. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a dope. You all right down there? Okay. So easy to get distracted by all the cool fusion stuff. It's hard to teach basics. It's so hard because you almost forget what the basics are, right? Like people have come to me like, oh man, you use the edit page? Fuck. I've been doing everything in the cut page. I'm like, oh no, you poor child. Oh no, you poor child. Now it's 17, cut page is probably viable, but doing entire edits in the cut page, man. And I know what the kind of stuff that they work on. It was not appropriate for doing it all on the cut page, that's for sure. My at-work tenant David is leaving. Sorry, Shado. I'd like to do this more often. I'd love to do day streams more often. I just can't do them during the week, you know? So, but Sunday streams, expect Sunday streams to be more often in the early afternoon than in the evening. Poor souls that use the cut page. What's up, Greg? You're not one of those poor souls, are you? Please tell me you use the edit tab. To a real 1.0, I think so too. Cut page feels like you could. It's not just. Feels like the cut page was so incredibly niche in 16. It was just not worth learning to me. 17, it seems like okay. Now I can see myself. Maybe not even myself using it, but I can see others using it for particular projects. I'll edit all the time. Good. I only watched season 1 of The Mandalorian. Good show. Didn't renew my Disney Plus. Hoping more exclusive great shows, but not anything yet. I canceled my. Last year, I started the free trial of Disney Plus, watched all of The Mandalorian in a single sitting, and then canceled it. This year, I'm a little bit more forgiving on it. I'm watching it as it comes out. And so I went ahead. I was like, I'll pay for Disney Plus for the 3 months or whatever it takes to come out. And then once it's done, I'll cancel it. I did the same thing with Ruby. I just cancel I don't use my Rooster Teeth First subscription. Unfortunately speaking, I'd like to say that I use my Rooster Teeth First subscription all the time, but I don't. And so when Ruby ends, I cancel my Rooster Teeth First, and that's it. See you, Patrick. Live on YouTube, smile. Indeed. You gotta start following me on social media, man. So out of the loop. You are still alive. Keep up the grind. I wouldn't. Streaming for a long time is no longer part of my grind technique, generally speaking. I'd rather be using this time to. I'd rather be using long stream time to make video time. But today's just been a hangout stream. I just needed a hangout stream. So next week we'll probably be doing work on stream alongside some of the just chatting content, the one-on-one content. So the actual grind will begin next weekend. Camera do I use? This is the Panasonic G7, Lumix G7 currently. My main camera though, my other camera that I use when I'm not chatting, I use during games or when I'm editing or when I'm doing anything, is Panasonic GH5 right here. Panasonic GH5 with a different lens. Honestly, camera doesn't much matter for streaming. Camera doesn't much matter for streaming. It just depends what lens you're able to put on the camera. These two cameras would look identical on stream, because I could just attach one lens or the other. Because they use the same kind of lens. They would look exactly the same on stream. The added color data and stuff on the GH5 wouldn't be noticeable in stream compression. It's hardly even noticeable on YouTube, but the GH5 is definitely a better YouTube camera. And it's super popular. I didn't really realize how popular it was until now I see it everywhere in YouTube videos. People talk about, they're like, yeah, I use the Panasonic GH5. I use the Panasonic GH5. I use the Panasonic GH5. I'm like, man, you guys really like the GH5? How do I make it? So this uses a plugin called Snip. It's not even a plugin, it's a program called Snip. Snip downloads. Snip will take your Spotify information and it'll take title and artist from a song, throw it in a text file, and then I just have OBS read that text file. I know I'm out of the loop, but this is stuff going on with. Is this stuff going on with Twitch? Something I'm able to look up? Yes, sort of. You just I'm gonna make a video on it soon, BB, and then you'll be caught up. Basically speaking, Twitch doesn't know how to handle copyright law. And it's coming down on streamers, fucking hard, fucking really hard, to the point where it's not even I'm worried about being banned or my content being, or them coming down on me. It's more of just like a moral thing of like, I don't really want to support the company as much as I've been supporting it. Like I don't want to associate really Twitch as much with my brand. I'm kind of Twitch has been my primary platform. I want to stop being my primary platform. Send me a link. I can probably post it in Discord. I'll probably post it on my Discord and free stuff and creator resources. I'll probably post a thing to Snip. Maybe I'll even give away this design. I'm not sure how I can give away OBS stuff. I'm not sure I could do that. But I can at least give the program away for people to make their own. I link to the program for people to make their own. So Amazon Prime Video and Netflix is more worth than Disney Plus now. I mean, if you're wanting to watch the stuff that's on Netflix and Amazon Prime, Disney Plus for me has never been for something to hold a subscription on the entire time. Like, I wouldn't buy a year subscription to Disney Plus personally. I'd buy Disney Plus for. Disney Plus is the kind of thing where I would like pay for 1 month subscription, just to have all my friends over to watch a show or to watch a movie. Because paying for a month subscription to Disney Plus is cheaper than buying a movie in a lot of places. It's just a different kind of streaming service. It's not like Netflix where it's like literally everything, every show you could want. You're gonna have one big thing a month pretty soon, except I'm not gonna be interested in those things. Those things are gonna be niche, you know. Netflix and all those. Obviously, Disney itself has wide appeal, but it's because of huge franchises, not really because of like an actual variety, my opinion. Of course, they're doing better by they're slowly buying things that are huge, that are they'll buy The Simpsons, and they'll buy if they buy Friends, and they buy this and big, just a huge number of Marvel and Star Wars are niche. Yes, I would say. Because the thing is that you could, obviously there's a lot of Marvel and Star Wars content now, but you could potentially watch all the Marvel and Star Wars content there is, and then you're done. You don't need Disney Plus anymore, until a new one comes out, and then you go month to month again. At least all the content that you would want to watch, right? Like, I don't have interest in watching the Marvel shows. Like I do the Star Wars shows, right? And even then, with Star Wars movies, again, I would almost rather than pay for it month to month, I'd rather buy it for a month, binge the Star Wars movies, cancel it, Same for Marvel. School's being virtual this upcoming week. Good. Finally. We've been virtual in the first place. I'm sorry that's more stress on you. Appreciate you dropping in, brother. Versus Amazon Prime, even Prime Video, I don't think has quite a whole lot of content yet, but Netflix for sure has just all kinds of content all across the board. A banger originals. Like, that's something I would pay for. Like, that's something I could see. And YouTube, YouTube and Netflix just having basically endless content. By the Star Wars movies on Blu-ray, that's way more money than just paying for a month of Disney Plus every once in a while. Whenever I feel like binging the Star Wars movies. Of course, I would like to own them on Blu-ray. I don't currently. My dad owns the original 3 on Blu-ray, but not the prequels. And I think that's dope. I'd love to own them on Blu-ray. I'd like to get them on 4K Blu-ray. I'd like to get them in 4K. But honestly, viewing the older movies in remastered 4K, honestly, would probably just show too much. That added sharpness is probably show some of the what would you say? Some of the places where they cut corners. Some things were never meant to be watched in 4K. Unfortunately, 4K is becoming the standard. So, anywho, guys, I think it's about time we YouTube rated somebody. Let's go check out on Twitch. See how peeps are doing. I enjoyed this YouTube stream a lot more than my last one. I think chatting works well on YouTube. Let's maybe look at let's see. Okay, I don't want to give names. I don't want it to be like picking people. But do you guys want to raid a fellow member of the Content Clinic, or you guys want to raid a friend of mine? What are you guys feeling? Put it that way. Friend of mine or a Content Clinic member? The Lord of the Rings and Hobbit extended editions are worth it for Blu-ray. All the extended content and extra stuff is worth it. Rating on YouTube. Yeah. Come on, guys. We feeling a friend, or we feeling a Content Clinic member? This YouTube raid. This makes me kind of want to do a poll. That's what I'm trying to do. Is there polls in YouTube chat? Can you do an actual poll in YouTube chat? I wouldn't know how. Well, of course you can, because Oh wait, no, you used to use a bot for that, didn't you, Fanjecture? Shit, dude. Shit. All right, well, we will YouTube raid. We will YouTube raid a content clinic. Remember then? Because we've never raided this guy before. So guys, I'm gonna drop his link. His name is Jay. His name is Jay. He's a decent dude. I met him through Sam's community, and then he became part of the content clinic. I thought that was pretty dope. So we're gonna drop some sweet love on him. What? Ooh. Spotify just quit. Spotify did just quit. That's fine. We're ending. So let me drop his make a straw poll and just post the link. Our raid message is going to be YouTube raid. That will be our raid message. There's his Twitch link. Hop in onto that channel and post YouTube raid and tell him I sent you. Do some great stuff. Enjoy his stream. I will catch you guys at 8:30. If you guys aren't part of the Discord, here's the invite link. Catch you guys here in 3 hours. 3 hours from now, we'll be starting Star Wars. 3 hours from now, we'll be doing a community movie night watching Star Wars. So, hop in the Discord if you haven't already. Join us for Star Wars. It's going to be fucking awesome. Gonna have a special guest, Hunter, there. We're going to talk about how great that fucking movie is. And we're going to do some great stuff. So, I appreciate you guys. I got to go eat dinner and shower. Get this stank of debauchery off of me. I will catch you later. I won't wish you a jazzy night yet.